Why, hello there, everybody. Looks like things are looking very good for us Sonic fans and anybody who's looking forward to Sonic Frontiers because, well, first, because you're here at the Hedgehog Zone Live here with myself, Exodus, and three of our current hosts, Luke, Paul, and, a long time no see, Bionic Fox, or Mel for short. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
I
what's up?
exist. Hi.
How are you feeling?
Better. Other than a little bit of a cough left over.
What's up, Paul?
What's up, y'all? It's Paul. Good to see everybody again. Still kind of high off the live that we had just a couple of days ago, actually. And look, I'm sitting here, I'm chilling. Had to rep my Atlanta United one time. We just got our American Family Insurance Cup win last night, so I had to represent for ATL UTD. And look here, I got my Sonic Cup with me today, so I came a little prepared.
There you go.
And how you doing, Luke?
Hi, I was outside for like 5 minutes and I started sweating up a storm and now I'm dead inside. How's everyone doing?
Mm-hmm. That sounds
Good,
Wonderful.
brother, man. Man.
We need the weather, so you know.
Hi everyone. Hello.
And Shalise.
Hold on, sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay. What's up, Shalise?
What's up, guys?
Hey, girl. The
How you
Resident
feeling,
Wolf
Shalise?
girl.
What?
How
I was
you
just
feeling?
saying, the Resident Wolf girl.
Resident Wolf girl ain't said her line in a while.
Yeah, you just haven't been around. I've seen you in the comments once in a while for like a few moments, and I'm just like, Shalise, she used to always be here. She was like,
Okay.
exactly.
Huh?
Yep.
Are you talking about me?
No, we were talking
with you.
Oh.
Well,
Hi,
they've been.
Shalise.
Hey, guys. They've been working us like crazy at my job, so yeah, that's why I've been kind of MIA.
Doesn't that suck? And just real quick, a few days ago, or yesterday or whatever, someone, there was a Cobra dude named Cobra Dude who left a comment who said, "Until I see other playable characters, I'm still not buying this game." Well, to each their own, I guess. I would also like to see other playable characters, but I would also like to play as Sonic, so I am probably going to buy the game. Gio said, "Hello, fellow Hedgehog fans."
Yo,
And
Gio.
Yo, Bionic.
Yo.
He'd probably say Yo, Paul too, but he wrote that before you said that, Paul. So,
Well, Bionic's more popular than me. I
I don't know about that.
No. You got it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, pull up Cobra's comment one more time.
Oh, hey.
And until I see other playable Sonic characters, I'm still not going to buy the game. Well, that's kind of the thing, really, about open world games. It's really a singular player kind of genre, if you really want to tell the truth about it. So,
although it would be pretty cool if they mixed things up and made it a multiplayer, not multiplayer, but
I counter that with Grand Theft Auto 5.
A game I've never played.
But now we know.
Oh. Well, yeah. GTA 5, 3 playable characters, but it was open world. And it worked really well.
Because that's what I was thinking too. Is like, even without multiplayer itself, it would be kind of cool if they try to mix things up and actually had multiple characters play. Well, I mean, like maybe you could like switch characters. Gio says Sega needs to hire a new marketing team. Right.
I agree with you there, Gio.
It's funny you say that. I'm going to say something about that in a little bit too, with one of the things that we're going to look at real quick. But yeah. So, who all here is caught up with all the Sonic Frontiers news? How much do you know?
I'm pretty caught up.
I think I'm caught up, especially after the last live we had.
Okay. And have you seen anything since then?
I did see a couple of videos on YouTube, but not really much since other than what you showed me. Like, because I kind of had my eye on like YouTube because I subscribe to IGN, so I'm like, okay, I'm sure they're gonna get an update on like a notification on YouTube or something, or they may show up on my For You page on TikTok. But I haven't seen other than what you've shown me, Axe, and what I have seen since then. Not really much.
Yeah, there
There
hasn't
might
really,
have been there might have been something I missed.
Oh, I'm switching
yeah,
cameras.
there hasn't been like a lot since then, but there have been a few things that I guess some people considered significant. Maybe. So there was new gameplay footage. There was some leaked gameplay footage, um, which I mentioned in our chat before. But there's a couple of articles and interviews talking about their experiences with the game, and there were a few people who have like some mildly negative things to say, and but there's a lot of people with some really great things to say too. So that's interesting to hear. It might just be like just rather than being like overwhelmingly one way or the other. But um, I I am going to focus more on the positive this time because the people who are saying positive things are saying like really positive things. I wish I could find the source that inspired the title of this video, but there was an article that I read where someone was talking about how the controls for Sonic in this game and the gameplay felt phenomenal, and I was like, that's a very strong word to use. And I've heard others also mention that the game felt really nice, and a lot of people were impressed. They were or surprised even maybe.
Mhm.
So you know, I am gonna go over this gameplay footage with you guys in just a second, but first, I think maybe first what I want to go over or the leaked footage. Just don't worry, it's like super blurry. So and it's not like anything that's like super spoilery or anything. I I don't I don't even think the video that I found has because one of them was like so basically what it was is at the Summer Game Fest. Do you remember talking about how some people live streamed like the whole thing waiting for Sonic and it didn't show up?
Oh yeah, we talked about that in the live.
Yep. And so it turns out it actually did show up, just not in the presentation. It was a playable demo on the floor for some people to try out. And then there was also an NDA, so they couldn't really talk about it. However, there's some footage of people recording on the floor. They just, for some reason, they weren't allowed to record anything Sonic Frontiers related. Like they could record anything else, but not Frontiers. And so what people did was they found footage where you can see Sonic Frontiers in the background, and that's why it's kind of like blurry and stuff. But let me go ahead and
Clever.
show you that. Um,
What are your thoughts on what you've seen so far, Shalise?
I mean, when we first started what IGN first printed was like I forgot what it was. I think they said it was a month ago play that they did. It was like we broke that down really deep. We really went deep on that live, trying to figure
yeah.
out what's what.
So okay, let me go ahead and show this real quick. If you can all see it just fine. Should I do this? No. Maybe this way is better. Um. Okay. So let me go ahead and look at the comment real quick. Just says I know I shared a video by GameSpot on the fan page on Summit on the Facebook group. Okay.
I wonder if this is the video he's referring to.
Yeah, there's multiple videos of it. This is just yeah. So here is some footage. It's muted because you don't really need the audio anyways. It's just Sonic running around. I think the big thing that people took away from that part is that you can finally see the HUD, where you see in the bottom right corner there's a speedometer to tell you how fast you're going. on the bottom left, there is different moves and modes and stuff. At the top, I don't know if you can see it here. At the top, though, I do remember seeing there's a shot where you see like a weird compass type thing. In the top left corner, there's like the rings, keys, hearts, whatever you've collected. So it's a surprisingly simplistic compared to what I expected, and a lot of people seem to really like it. Um, what we just saw right there seems to be what people think is one of the cyberspace stages, which is basically a regular boost stage, and it looks. It's hard to tell. Luke and I are not necessarily sure. We've decided for sure if it is or not, but it looks like Green Hill Zone again. And
I was thinking that looked like more like the first stage of Sonic Heroes.
Seaside Hill.
Yeah.
Either way, the reason why were guessing was because apparently an earlier leak by Zippo was that all the cyberspace stages were themed after Sonic Generations, which has some people tilting their heads like, wait,
Yeah, you got me tilting mine.
yeah, like all the boost stages are going to be from Generations, or are they the same layout, or is it just the same like environment? Like honestly, I couldn't tell you, and it's hard to say because even if you say it's Seaside Hill, that's still Sonic Generations. But that was the only glimpse of that we got. This is a small glimpse of, I guess, a cutscene where Sonic has landed.
Face plant, face plant, face plant.
Yeah.
I love that's just a signature of his.
Yeah. And so I think he's fighting like a weird like a thwomp type boss back here. Like it's something that just like jumps around and slams. So who knows what's going on? It's really that's why I actually kind of like this leaked footage, is because it has you intrigued, but you still don't know what's happening. So it's like,
oh wow,
not really revealing too much. So here's a tweet from someone who played it. You guys want to read? It says, "I saw the Sonic Frontiers demo. Can't say anything or I'll get nuked, but this game looks incredible. The IGN stuff isn't doing the game justice. I'm feeling the Game of the Year nominations."
Wow,
might be a little too positive, but
I was about to say that.
I am.
I mean, we
extremely positive about it, though.
Whoa, calm down. Yeah, it is. That's the thing. You don't ever want to like overhype anything, but at the same time, it's like, hey, maybe that's just how they feel. They compared it to that Kirby game that came out, and saying that they think it might it might even be better than that. But then,
well, considering the trends,
it's hard to say though, because from what this person and other people as well have said is that the marketing for the game has been bad. We knew that already, but people who are playing it are saying like, oh yeah, it's worse than you think it is, because the game is better than you think it is, and there's just so many crazy things they're not showing.
Jeez.
Hey,
which
quick
is
question.
Funny. Yeah, go ahead.
Have any of you guys played Kirby in the Forgotten Land?
I have not.
I played a demo.
How is it, Shalise?
I love it. It is so much fun.
Okay, so then
I played it too, and I'll tell you this: it's better than I thought it was going to be initially. Because I played the demo and I'm like, oh, okay. Because I wasn't really intrigued by Kirby growing up really like that. But when I saw the trailer, I was like, it's another Kirby game. But when I played the demo, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, it's also, isn't it the first like 3D roaming Kirby game too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't played it, but I knew that people kind of liked it. I didn't know that it was as popular as it was. But yeah, that person did compare it, not compare it like saying like it's like that game, but saying that they love that game and that they said like, oh, this game might be as good or a little better according to them, of course. And now we also have this one, this person, Golden Boy, saying, I got to play Sonic Frontiers. I'll talk about it in detail during X-Play next week, but I was impressed. Controls felt crisp, and I wasn't expecting that.
Was not.
And
that's interesting.
let me give you a piece of information about the controls, and we don't know if this is just for them or if this is going to be in the final game. A lot of people are really hoping it's in the final game because it kind of excites a lot of people. But supposedly, the controls are adjustable, where you can actually
yeah.
adjust the speed, the acceleration, and turning. And some people say it's basically like adjusting the physics, kind of.
I love that idea if
Oh.
it's true.
And that's on top of the
Interesting.
fact that there are actually two main types of controls. There's the action, what is it? I think it's just the action mode, and the high speed mode. So like in the demo, when you see him like walking around and he's running a little slower, that's action mode, and then high speed mode is like he's able to move faster and do more acrobatic things. And you can switch between the two, kind of like Sonic Heroes, but like within Sonic himself. And
I can get with that.
I'm really excited about that if it's true.
no, the action mode and high speed mode, or about the adjustable thing.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Both. Well, they're both true. I don't know if the adjustable thing is going to be in the final game, but the action mode and high speed mode is in the final game that they said, and that's definitely happening for sure, and hopefully the other thing
Oh,
is as
okay.
well.
I wasn't sure if they really officially like claimed any of that.
What else do we got? Oh, and by the way, this is the new gameplay footage. It's like 5 or 6 clips, and apparently, to me, it looks like it's not that different. But everyone seems to think that it looks way better, and it does. I guess like it's better graphically. Some of the animations are better, so maybe this is a later build. But
It definitely is compared to what we saw at first.
so you've
I'll
seen
tell
this
you
already.
what the main thing
Yes.
is. The main difference is this looks to
frame
be
rate,
60 FPS.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
frame rate. Yeah, but that's such a. I get that makes it like look better, like the movements and stuff. But it shouldn't like. I don't know. There are people who are like straight up hating on this game, and worried
I
and
hate it.
freaking out. And then they saw this, and they were like, "This looks amazing."
I know. I
And
couldn't. It was so funny to me how fast they turned around.
But I'm like, it
An
has
extra
to be more
30
than just the
FPS
frame
makes a
rate.
difference.
Yeah, but
Well,
not-
it's
I
that,
don't
and
know.
like it seems more detailed than the original footage we had.
It does.
Yeah, I think what it is also the person playing. The person
Yeah.
before was kind of like tiptoeing around. This person's like, I already know what I want to do, and this is what it looks like to actually play the game. And so this looks like
it's
action
lagging
mode
a
for
whole
me.
lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it lagging for anyone else?
Yeah.
I think the general
Oh.
feed is lagging.
Sega
Sonic
needs
moving
to
too
fix
fast. Sonic moving too fast.
Well, that's okay, because you know what? If I'm streaming it anyways, it's not like you're gonna see the 60 frames per second. But whatever. I'll try anyways and see how it goes. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think what it is, is that like the boost panel probably is like shooting him forward, but unless you like actually hold forward, he won't keep running up. He'll just like grab onto the wall, and then you can just, as long as you're holding on to the wall, then you can just run again whenever you want. Maybe
That kind of takes me back to Sonic Adventure and
Yeah. Speaking of that, did we
Oh,
see
I was gonna
Chris
be like,
Tuck?
I was like, Sonic Adventure did not do that. I'm like, oh, you mean a Lost World?
No, not Lost World. I'm talking about Radical Highway. In the second part of the stage, you go in and you step on a glass right, and the glass breaks, and it goes, and then you just straight running down.
When he's running down, I see.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, it's running up, but it's like that frame right there, that freeze frame right there. It kind of take me back to that, like, because I remember the first time I played it, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm finna die, but then it goes like, dude, it's like he's just running down. I was like, oh,
Speed Highway.
Okay.
So you threw me off. You said Sonic Adventure, then you said Radical Highway, and then you mentioned a moment from Speed Highway. I thought you were talking about Lost World at first. You know how like the panels move around and then you can like run across the wall? What the?
No.
I don't know. Is y'all okay? Someone dying?
Somewhere in the world, unfortunately.
No, that was my little cousin screaming at a Roblox game.
Oh yeah, okay, that's understandable. I've never played Roblox.
As you do. Yeah.
No,
I've
but
been playing the Roblox Sonic game.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sonic Simulator, Speed Simulator. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, I need to play that.
It's pretty fun.
I've heard it's good.
Oh god, the lag is so bad.
Oh man,
Yeah, Sega needs to work on that lag.
a lot of people were. I don't know how well you can see it, but a lot of people were excited just to see this little thing, how he boosts, but like does like a sharp turn around like that road right here.
Yeah.
I'm
I like
kind of
that.
So much more control than we've got.
I'm not sure that he's actually like controlling the turn itself. I think it's more like he was already going to turn and press boost at the same time, so it kind of just like curved maybe. But that is still better than it
Maybe.
used to be. That is pretty cool.
I've been excited for this game, and it just makes me more excited when I see the
Yeah.
And already just having an action mode and high speed mode, plus the ability to maybe adjust your some of your moves and abilities and stuff. On top of the fact that you're also going to level up your abilities and speed and everything.
Yeah.
I think my original critique was that like it has the physics from Lost World, and I didn't really like how that felt, which is not like a huge problem, but it was just something I'm like, I would prefer something better. But
I'd prefer
all
not
of
a
these
Mario game.
all these things that seems like it will make it feel different from Lost World though. I keep saying Lost World is the same physics, but Lost World enforces.
Well, when you think about it, Axe, if you want to draw inspiration for an open world forum, I would actually think about Lost World and put it up to that kind of caliber.
No, I'm talking about the physics of like how Sonic moves. I mean,
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. The design of the game.
In that case, yeah. But when you look at the level Lost World from Sonic Adventure, the holds, the framing and the design work, and all three parts, no less, I would hold it up to that kind of standard.
See, you know I should have specified it. So earlier when I mentioned Lost, what the? Oh, that's the boost blur. Okay, I was like, whoa. Okay, so the first time I mentioned Lost World when he was running up the wall, I was talking about from Sonic Adventure. Right now, when I said Lost World, I was just referring to like Sonic Lost World from 2013.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I was thinking you were talking about the game.
I hate that they yeah, especially because in Sonic Lost World he runs up walls too.
Yeah, with the path that he can change.
Which one are you talking about now? The game or the stage?
The stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the stage. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so right, the physics though from Sonic Lost World and Sonic Forces are the ones that are used in this game, but it's better, I think, maybe.
It looks better.
The stage Lost World was dope. I don't know why they named that game Sonic Lost World. That bothers me so much. They should have called it like Sonic Lost Hex or something at least. But I don't
know what they were.
Like, you guys know there's a stage already called this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Anyways,
that game by itself is an anomaly. It's the weirdest Sonic game that's ever been made to me
so far.
So far.
I don't really like how he like sticks to the ground when he runs around, but I mean, it's not gonna ruin the game for me. It's just a minor critique, like how he just sticks.
Gio's got a question for us in the chat.
Okay, let me go check it.
What
I'm sorry, Gio. You said the lag was real. Can we talk about the new enemy? We will.
Dare if you start talking like the thirsty people.
We're gonna. Speaking of enemies, this is my favorite part of the entire thing. I didn't realize in 30 years of being a Sonic fan, growing up a Sonic, knowing the ins and outs, what it didn't occur to me is that Sonic is a gangster.
Like, what happened? Duh. Have you never seen him in the 90s?
Okay.
No, but just look at how he deals with this guy. Just get out of my face.
I love his whole
Fine.
like beep slap that he just where he just
My boy-
yeets an enemy across.
He's like, I've had enough. I've had enough of your lip, Wheelie.
A nice
Wheel-
hearty
Wheelie comes
smack across
what I
that
tell you.
whatever creature's face.
How does he?
That
He
was-
parries it with a dab. It's like Sonic
Yes.
has no right. He has no right doing that.
He has every right in the world.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has every right. What are you talking about? This guy came
No,
up
no,
on
no.
him.
He's like,
I
I've been doing this
approve
for
of him
30
doing it.
years.
I can see that being a meme too. Just like anytime somebody like approaches you or whatever, and you just have like this right here,
Ha!
and then he runs into the
Now
smoke.
me
He
play
does
out like
not
that.
care.
Yeah.
Freaking
That's right.
Love
I
it.
destroy you, and then I'm gonna run through your debris.
Just pulls an Uno reverse
adds
card
the
on the
insult
dude.
to injury.
Yeah, see, it could be a meme. Just Uno reverse and show that right there. I don't know. I love that part, but
I
It's
think
cool. I
more like
wasn't expecting
a
it.
draw for a wild would be more the meme for that.
Definitely wasn't expecting the
anything.
big
Paul,
hearty
is just
slap.
Oh, Gio says it's already a meme.
yeah, okay.
Oh, is
I
it?
believe it. I believe it.
I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
surprised.
and I said that too. Like I was the infamous slap. I was thinking that too. I was like, man, he pulled a Will Smith on this guy.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
That's what I said. 30 years will do that to you.
30.
Hey, since he pulled
Wow.
the infamous Will Smith slap, whose name did the thing have in his mouth?
True. It's so
Uh-oh.
true.
Well,
That's a
I
fair
mean,
Keep
point.
Amy's name.
oh,
Yeah, but he doesn't know who the heck that is. But he doesn't know who that is.
Amy?
well, we
I will
Oh,
say this though: keep
Yeah, because of
Rouge out
amnesia.
y'all mouths, because y'all know how I feel about Rouge.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I can see. See, it could already be a meme. I'll just like have like I could just have a like do like an animation of Paul walking around here and someone saying something about Rouge, and then Paul's just like,
Keep Rouge out your.
You guys heard about that, though, right?
Oh
about
my god!
what?
Ax,
About
if you
part
make
of the
that
plot.
happen, like I
About
will
what,
pay
Mel?
money for you to do that.
About part of the plot being like him regaining the
Yeah,
memories
well,
of some
no.
of his friends.
Yes, I heard the rumor.
I said he doesn't know who that is.
That's not been.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Well,
God,
yeah,
this
that's why.
game really is. It really is trying to emulate Breath of the Wild, and
That's
all
why
the,
whenever
every
you said
possible-
that, that's why whenever you said that, I was like, you're talking about the amnesia thing, right?
Yeah.
But that so far they haven't confirmed that storyline yet. I mean, that's what I'm going with.
I thought
But
they did.
no, that
I
was
thought that's
just
what
one
the
of
heart pieces that he collects in the
no
was for.
the heart pieces they said was to restore Amy's memories.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like he's restoring the memories of
But-
his friends and
We
possibly
gotta restore
himself.
Amy's memories.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking that everybody has amnesia
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is some Kingdom Hearts stuff, man.
because
I'm here for it.
apparently I didn't think about it, but like Eggman has like a ship here. Like I know that there was a ship, but like it actually has. I don't know if you can see it here, but like this thing has like Eggman's face on it somewhere, and I was like, you can barely see it because there it is.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is our
Yeah,
first
That's definitely.
mention of Eggman in this entire game. Yeah,
Woo!
someone
No,
did
didn't
mention
they say
Eggman.
earlier that Eggman had something to do with the plot already?
Our first mention of Eggman
Oh,
in the entire
our.
game.
Okay.
This was
Please
here
don't make
before
me
they
know
mentioned
that.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is for anybody who doesn't know about that, Mel. We're ahead of the game. That's why we're teaching this lesson.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm too on top of the news. I'm too on top
She's
of
too
it.
she's too excited.
I am too excited. I've been wanting a game like this for years.
I think we
Open-
all have, and
Yeah.
for me especially,
Debatable, but yeah.
It's
I mean,
what's
look,
interesting.
I think for me, the only thing is like Sonic. We've seen it all, done it all, and open world has been trending as of late.
hmm
You know, in the general gaming universe. I'm like,
Yo,
oh,
I was so excited. I was hoping that that's exactly what would happen with Sonic, is I wanted them to jump on this trend.
yeah,
and even then it's not
that's exactly what's
open
happening.
world.
So
Yeah, it's open zone, but
yeah.
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 It's been memed on Twitter a
Point
lot.
is, 3D exploration area with no straight linear path that lets me not explore anything.
Gio said, "Oh, I got a meme template already. Anytime Houston hears Uganda Knuckles, slap."
And y'all know how I feel
listen.
about Houston. He's a meme waiting to happen. If you can combine that with his face, with the facial expressions that he makes, woo, he will go viral within 1 hour. I guarantee you that.
The people who have played the demo confirmed the amnesia thing. Did they? I only
Yeah,
heard them.
that's what I was saying.
I've only heard them say something about like Amy's memories and Eggman not knowing where he is.
No, it
And
said
that
like
was the only
Sonic was.
mention of Eggman.
No, it said Sonic also had confusion, so a little bit of memory loss.
Yeah,
and
like
they commented that Eggman looked just as lost as he does.
Yeah, like that didn't really confirm that they had amnesia. That just confirmed that they didn't know what was happening or where they were.
I think they did say like that he did lose part of his memory.
I'm just saying. I believe it's the amnesia thing. Because I remember hearing about that plot a couple of months ago. It's just that I don't remember them like officially just. I don't know. Sonic fans tend to like take little things and just run with it and just be like,
yeah,
that's
but
confirmed.
I've been following the Twitter page with all the like updated official Sonic news for like Frontiers and everything. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. I told you I'm too on top of it.
Dang it! I thought we were getting eggless and going eggless in this game.
Yeah,
Gio,
right.
You need to stop.
Yeah, right.
You know, this shot right here, speaking of Sonic Adventure 3 that no one brought up until right now.
I was going to bring it up.
That interview. this shot kind of looks like it could be a Sonic Adventure 3 type stage.
Yeah, I was going to mention, like, if anybody else saw the whole information from the interview with Iizuka.
Oh, we already did a live on that.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
It feels like a spiritual successor to the adventure game, just because, like, I know the first adventure was originally going to be like an open world RPG. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think he said that he was going to see how well this game does, and he was going to see if he can apply some of it to a new,
which is
Sonic
interesting
Adventure
because I'm mixed on how fans have taken that information.
I'm excited
because people have decided that this means that we need to critique the heck out of this game and criticize whatever problems we have, so that way they know exactly what they need to do for Sonic Adventure 3 in order to make it good. And I understand that to a degree, but at the same time, I also kind of worry that if people go overboard with that, it's just going to make it sound like they don't like the game, and then Izuka's gonna be
that's
like,
what I'm worried about too.
Never mind. This was a bad idea. I'm like, maybe you should.
Nah, they wouldn't do that. But I do understand what you mean.
Critique the game, but also make sure that they know all the things that you really liked about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we know Sega. We don't want this to end up being another Sonic 06 situation where Sega learns all the wrong lessons from it.
I don't think they will.
First things first, in Sonic Adventure 3, do not have Kishimoto directing the game. He's directing this game, and it looks okay so far, but he can take a step back from Sonic Adventure 3. You know,
Gio just put everything y'all just said into perspective.
What they say?
We need this game to be successful so Sonic Adventure 3 can live without going coconuts.
Oh, yeah?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Adventure 3 can still happen regardless, but I mean, obviously, if this game succeeds, that'll make that a little more feasible.
You know how like people have been kind of clamoring about how there might be a Chow influence in this game in some way or another? And like my guess is if there is, it's probably going to go the direction of the speed simulator, because I think that's what they're using to experiment with that. Because they've been using the Chow as power-ups and ability enhancers.
Don't we collect eggs too in this game?
I don't know. Do we?
I remember seeing him get an egg somewhere. Maybe I think it's in this video actually. Daryl Unlisted said apparently the memory thing will play into the cyberspace levels. You know, that's what I was kind of thinking. If the stages are like Sonic Generation stages, the one thing I was thinking is like, well, maybe it's story related in the fact that it ties into like his history in the timeline and some I don't know.
Could be.
Um,
It's a lot of speculation right now. Which
is this the enemy, by the way, that you wanted to see, guys? The one that he's running up to right here. I'm
oh my
gonna.
god, I hope it's not the one everybody's been.
Okay.
You know,
If it is, if you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting, Mel, luckily for me, I have only because it sounds like you are, but luckily for me, I haven't heard any weird things about that enemy until
I've
right now.
unfortunately heard
Yeah,
see
so
weird things.
We
Do
can't
me a
help it if the
favor?
robots. We can't help it if the,
The
robot's hot.
robot's
Okay.
See, when I saw it, my first immediate thought was like, "Hello, Metarex."
No, that's not the same thing.
Yeah, see,
you know what? I didn't think any of those things. I literally just saw the enemy and I was just like, oh, it looks like an interesting random
well,
Legend
yeah,
of Zelda enemy.
I didn't think
No, she's
about
thick.
the Metarex until this
Did
specific
he
villain.
really look?
This is the one that made me think of
Well,
the Metarex.
You know,
just
I
because
don't.
of the
I guess I
general
don't blame you,
design.
Luke, though. Because look at that pose.
Oh my god, get out of
I
here!
like this enemy's attacks, though.
Y'all need to go
I
Yeah.
like this enemy's
lay
attacks,
down.
though. This
A lot
enemy's
of people
attacks
saying
are
that it
just
was
like
posing
wild,
like
crazy.
Bayonetta.
Oh,
I could see
did
that.
see
I could
someone
see
say
that.
that.
Yeah, I can see the Bayonetta resemblances. Like the combat looks really clean in this fight.
Everybody saw
Huh.
them thick cyber thighs and went wild.
I
I
did
mean, just
not.
look at how it's standing like Bayonetta would.
Yeah, that too. That definitely
So-
helped.
Hey, Paul, did you see this clip already?
No.
All right. Well, you're gonna
attacking this new enemy. No.
like seeing how this enemy fights, though. This enemy is pretty
Oh, it's
crazy.
so cool.
Oh yeah, like I'm already
The
seeing
lag lets you
Look
anyway.
at that.
Yeah, it's
It's
the
quite
way
laggy.
he
He's not going to
swings
be able
her
to see anything
arms to
Man, why is it lagging so much?
because it's a
because
lot
you're not letting
going
it
on
like
in the
it's like
video.
you're playing it and you're pausing it instead of kind of letting it play through a little
No,
bit.
she said it was lagging.
No,
though.
it's lagging because there's I don't know how to explain it. It's because of the speed of everything that's happening in the video. The stream can't keep up with it.
That's so weird, though. The stream doesn't usually have that problem as much, anyways. Yeah, you know what? Fine. Let me
oh no.
let's see.
Oh no, what's he doing?
Oh no! There you go. That's better.
That
Actually, way
actually
better.
helps. Yeah.
Way
Wow.
better.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
But
See,
yeah,
like I
this
told you,
combat, the combat is sick. Sonic goes up behind the dude. He's like, "Oh
I
my,
am
oh yeah,
so-
Shinderu." Like,
I'm
Oh.
so freaking excited for this new combat system you guys
Hold
have.
on.
No
I
idea.
just want to.
I agree.
I just want to
like
point
it.
out, whenever Sonic, every time Sonic falls, like it's not just like a theme of his anymore. Like he does it. He's gonna do it multiple times a game now. Like
Good.
every time he falls, he face plants.
I love seeing
Every time.
Yep, there he goes.
Yeah,
I
Gio
love
said earlier that it kind of reminds him of Sonic and the Black Knight.
Yeah, because it's the same. Because that's like one of the first times we've ever seen him faceplant like that, other than Sonic.
Look at this thing,
Adventure.
Paul. Look at it.
Yeah, I see her. It kind of
Yeah,
reminds me of the Nibiru warriors from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
yeah,
kinda look like those.
I kind of get that vibe too.
I like that the enemy is able to block you, though.
Of course.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's a freaking anime sequence, man. I love it.
We love to see good AI.
I don't know.
I
I just feel like Sonic's getting a little more style.
I am
Oh my
so
God,
excited because he's supposed to have style. He's been
Sorry,
supposed
that
to have
explosion
style.
blew me across the room.
And then there's the voice thing.
Not
I like
in
that
here.
pose.
Nothing about. Yes, dude. Everything in this game, I'm so impressed already.
That's a penis.
I'm definitely.
But that's a
impressed
pretty easy. feat.
Luke.
What? I'm sorry.
Okay, no one heard you. Okay, we're good.
Okay, good. Yeah. Sorry, that was instinctive. I just saw it, and it was. I'm sorry.
Out of
People
all
like
the-
the enemies when they're thick and stabby, Gio.
I feel like it's the comparison everyone made in their head and no one has said out loud.
Oh,
But
I know exactly what you're saying.
What is this line thing, anyways? Is this like a demon slayer kind of thing?
I
Where
think
he
it's
sees
a
the
warning.
thread?
Yeah, I think it's a warning.
Oh, he's got sonic sense.
Wow.
Like see how close he was to almost.
And it just breaks when the enemy hits the ground.
There we go. Some other people have also said that it kind of looks like that one boss from Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the Death Egg. You know, with like the eyeball and like all the platforms floating around.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That was in Sky Sanctuary, wasn't it?
Who?
No, I thought it was in Sky Sanctuary too.
No. I think you might be associating with that because of.
Oh, I love this move. I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. That's really interesting.
I'm so stoked on this freaking battle system.
It's got like tentacles or something.
Of course it does.
They still have some work to do, but it looks pretty good.
I mean, this is probably another semi-early build.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So hopefully they do.
We've got 5 months left. It's going to be an early build until it's done.
Yeah.
It might even. Who knows? It might come out as an early build and we'll get a patch or something. But
that's probably the worst mistake they could do.
I'm just referring to the fact that that like whenever he attacks, sometimes he'll stand in the air before he falls. Like right here, he's standing in the air and then he falls.
Well, yeah, because that's nothing new. I've seen that plenty of times.
I'm just saying it's something that they could fix.
Hey, Bio, you're so excited for the game. I would actually volunteer you to play the game on a play live.
I'd do it.
Are you getting the game day one?
I don't know about day one. I'm gonna try my best. Once it goes for pre-order, I probably will.
I was thinking, like, I mean, there's no reason why only one person has to play a game. Like we're multiple people here. It's like
I know. I'm just saying, suggesting for like a let's play live.
I think he sort of likes my positive perspective on this game.
Yeah.
I mean, out of everybody, you're the most excited. I mean, I'm pretty excited for the game.
I've been excited since that first teaser.
You are just straight glowing with excitement right now.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for a Sonic game like this. Plus, with Ian Flynn writing a big portion of it. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's the voice.
When this game comes out, I'm not talking to any of you for weeks. Just throwing that out there.
Why?
He wants to avoid the spoilers, and he also is going to be addicted, probably like me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be immersed. I'm gonna be too immersed. I can't talk to people.
Girl says that there's a fishing mini game that you can unlock by collecting purple coins.
I find that super interesting. I wonder if you can play as big during that if it's purple.
I think that's a coincidence. If it is big, I'll be happy.
Yeah, because they also showed him in Sonic Prime, so like.
Okay, what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. He's just relevant, I guess. Is what I'm saying.
They're bring back.
Look, until I see big in the movies, I don't want to hear it.
Hey, he's at least showing up in Sonic Prime. Him and Froggy.
Well, of course, him and Froggy.
Of course, him and Froggy. But you know, you say that, but like other times that I've seen him, I've barely heard mentions of Froggy in recent years. So I was pretty excited to see that.
Because Froggy doesn't do anything. He just.
But that's his little buddy.
I want to see Froggy do something in a story. I want to see like
he did in Sonic Adventure.
Like he hops around and he hits a switch that frees everybody.
That would be interesting.
Make him the hero of the story, like other Sonic and Chip and Dale.
Mm-hmm. What's the spiky heart? I'm curious about that.
A Legend of Zelda reference.
Maybe.
You're going too fast there, Sonic.
Just collect.
I told you he was going too fast for this stream.
You know what though? I will say this. I do from this particular angle. I don't know why, but I really like the way his running pose or animation looks and his hair and everything.
It's kind of Sonic Adventure reminiscent.
Yeah, I almost forgot that people said this model was ugly because his hair was too short.
What? His hair's been short for years.
Yeah, well, apparently it's 2 centimeters shorter than like like
Oh
on
God
these two
forbid.
generations. I it's just so weird.
I mean,
How
I like his longer quills for sure, but like for God
his hair,
forbid.
I'm just saying, like his design has changed so many times, and his hair length is never consistent.
Yeah,
Really,
this should never like have surprised anyone.
I'm just it what surprised me is like how we can all be like, look, the green eyes thing, whatever, is too like exaggerated. Like Sonic fans are acting crazy. Oh my God, his hair is 2 inches shorter, and like I didn't even notice, bro. Like
Maybe they were trying to make him more aerodynamic.
I definitely noticed, but I don't really take issue with it. I think he still looks cool.
God,
I mean, you all have
really
complaints
so?
in your ballad, but like, come on.
Sonic is
Nitpicking at
bouncing
this
hard on these rocks, though.
Oh yeah, that's officially called a Psyloop.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
And apparently, when I saw it in an article, someone spelled it like cyclone loop, basically,
Oh,
like
cool. Oh, that makes sense.
like cycloop.
Mhm.
So before we were wondering, like,
People
are they calling it side loop or side
Some
loop
people
or
don't
what?
like it.
A lot of people don't like it. We're so used to spin cycle.
I think it's pretty neat. It's like one of those.
Yeah.
I know,
carving
Bell.
up
You're super
things.
optimistic for the game.
I'm just being real.
I'm joking with you.
I know.
All right. But
Oh yeah, and
that's
did
what
you
we
guys
get for
hear?
assigning names to things.
Did you also hear we're getting a spin-off about Professor Gerald?
We are?
Are
No.
we?
No.
What?
What?
No, I didn't think so. I was gonna say if that ain't true,
Oh,
I
was-
would have seen that.
I was like, what?
no,
I
freaking
was gonna
way.
have
I
so
would
many
use that as
questions.
a promo for Sonic 3. If
Yeah.
you talk about Professor
Yeah.
Gerald, because
Yeah.
if
But
you've seen the movie,
into some dark
happened at the very end. That was the first thought that came to my mind. I was like, oh, if they're gonna do that, then talking about it just now, I was like, oh, they should do this.
Yeah.
So here's some guys talking
So there's
about
some guys.
a game.
Hello to the future. As we mentioned Saturday night, which it is right now as we're shooting this, there are things that we could not talk about in our broadcast, but we can talk about whenever you were watching this.
A couple of the most exciting things, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like really bummed that this could be on Saturday night.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things at the show, good or
Is it still
bad,
lagging?
however your take may be,
Yes.
Sonic Frontiers.
Was the audio okay?
Blood.
Yeah, the audio's fine.
Based on what I had seen of Sonic
Yeah.
Frontiers
It's
before
just the
this, I went
visuals
in
that
with
make
very
it
low
like-
expectations. Visually, I still think it's pretty bland, but I
love
think
that
that this is a
pose.
game that will
Oh,
click
he's so
more
cool.
with you once you get your hands on it. And I don't think just
This is
sitting
Sonic
and watching
Adventure
it really
flashbacks.
conveys how it feels.
Yeah, I
as a
feel like
player,
I'm
and I was
really,
genuinely
I really like
into
that they're
it.
like you. Someone
And what I
said
mean by
earlier, I don't
that
remember who,
is
but like that he's got a lot of
Sonic
style
in
again.
a more open structure
He's got
Yeah.
some
is actually
flair
pretty
going.
enticing. And I think the way they've laid out these zones is really satisfying to explore because it feels like they kind of take full advantage of the space that you're in. And so what I mean
this
by
whole open
that
zone thing makes me think
is
of
there
Sonic
are
Adventure 1, but
different
like bigger.
It makes me think of Sonic Adventure 1 reversed,
Yeah.
where instead of like having like a bunch of stages and then like a hub world that connects them all, it's more like there's little stages scattered around a giant collection of hub
Yeah,
worlds.
kind of like how Sonic Adventure 1 did.
So what I'm thinking is, because the way they described it is that the open zone is actually a stage, but it's like a giant hub world stage. So it's a giant hub world designed like a stage mixed with a hub world, and there's multiple hub worlds throughout each island. Because that's what they were saying basically is that like this one that we're looking at is the first open zone basically.
Mhm.
Which is why it looks simple and easy and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's something you don't usually hear from an open world game. You don't hear like this is the first one, It's like a regular Sonic game, like this is the first level.
Yeah.
And so I see why it's not necessarily like an open world game. It's an open world styled game that still has levels. But what I wonder is like, do you beat the level, or do you just like access other levels that are connected, and then like you can run between them. And
that's a
I
good
mean, that would be
question.
That is a very good question.
It gives me like Sonic Utopia vibes because Utopia. I don't know if y'all played that, but it's very very open. But there
Have you
isn't.
played it?
I played it briefly.
Did you play it, Luke?
Yes, it's so fun.
I want to play it on the channel at some point.
I mean,
I've never played it.
It's still only one level. It's Green Hill Zone, but I mean, it's huge and it feels great. And
You know, it's funny. That's the one that Luis was talking about a while back, where he's like, "Oh, I don't really know much about fan games. I remember playing this one like really like cheap looking fan game, and then I realized he was talking about Sonic Utopia, and I was like, cheap? That's the one that everybody loves."
We all know Luis has high standards.
He's
Speaking
like,
of
"Yeah, I
Luis-
want that Silver the Hedgehog game."
Speaking of Luis, have a look at the comments.
Oh,
Yep.
hi.
Oh, is he there?
Yeah, he's here. He's watching.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Luis.
He's watching on which?
TZ family, what topic are y'all talking about at the moment? We are talking about the new footage for Sonic Frontiers and how it's gotten people a lot more hyped than before. Even the people who are negative, we're talking about some of the new enemies in combat. Sonic's
It brought
Will
me
Smith's
so much
clap
satisfaction. You guys have no idea.
Sonic's Will Smith's clap was gangster a lot more than Will Smith's was. So like he destroyed that robot, and Luis now says, "Yeah, it's gotta be Sonic 06. My standards there."
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
look
put.
at Daryl's comment, too.
I'm gonna play Sonic Project 06 on here as well.
Ooh, yeah, I played a little bit of that. It's good stuff.
Did hear about Sega saying the game will take 20 to 30 hours for the average player to beat and double that to 100% it. Yes, that is true. I was actually going to get to that. Actually, I have that open already.
Any open zone / open world game is gonna take that long.
Okay,
Sometimes longer if you're gonna have like games with like side quests and extra perks and downloadable content. So
see, they're coming
that's
from the perspective of like a Sonic fan though, where like in Sonic games they don't usually do that. So it's nice to hear like all these things that they're doing for Sonic that's more like other games. Where are you finding this info there? Actually, Gio, like I said, I'm gonna show that in a second, so you'll see. They said it today. Yes, they did. And I could just skip to that right now then real quick. Hold on. What do I have next? Is it this one? Actually, no, it's the next one. This one. Where Izuka was talking about it. I think it was this one. No. It was the other one. Kishimoto was talking about it, I believe. Opens. Where does he say it though? He says it somewhere. Dang, he said a lot. Well, point is Daryl's right. That they did mention that it would take 20 to 30 hours to beat. So basically,
it's stuff.
More like 15 hours if you're a Sonic gamer. There it is.
So
yeah.
But I mean, compared to
with the implementation of the open zone, Sonic Frontiers boasts a lot more content than previous Sonic games. Kishimoto says that it should take the average player between 20 and 30 hours to finish the game, while completionists can easily spend double the time to see everything to keep the player motivated throughout the journey. Kishimoto and his team decided to implement character progression to accompany the longer playtime.
After getting Sonic Forces' like 3-hour story, that is a huge step up.
For sure.
And what was the other one? The other one is this is from Azuka saying all of these things. Oh yeah, in regards to people wanting Sonic Team to delay the game, Izuka's response was basically no. And, yeah, he's
good for
him. I don't think a lot of people quite yet understand the new open zone gameplay that we're creating. Frontiers lead producer Takashi Izuka told Axios through an interpreter in LA. So we don't need to know that. We know. he was referring to Frontiers' very visible detour from decades of traditional Sonic design that usually features the famous blue running hedgehog. There was something at the beginning of this too that I wanted to point out. This line right here I thought was funny. The next Sonic the Hedgehog game is getting unusually negative early buzz, demonstrating the hazards of even the most carefully coordinated marketing campaign.
I don't know about carefully.
Yeah.
That's kind of a microcosm of what's going on right now.
I don't know about coordinated either.
But to be fair,
my point is
fair,
Yeah.
not everyone is me, but I was like, that first footage, I was like, nah, there's no way. This is probably super early build.
Yeah. I talked about it in previous live streams as well. It was so sad to see something like that just tear the fan base apart. Where
It was
like
awful.
Everybody was either too negative or they were like blindly positive to the point that it became toxic. And then I'm like, man, like it's okay to like something and then also notice flaws and maybe admit that they're small flaws, or maybe admit that some of them are big flaws, but they don't ruin the whole experience.
Plan, wasn't it?
It's okay to be feel negative about the game, but give credit where credit is due. I don't understand people, man. They need to be more like you and me, Mel.
Yeah, I made a post about it, and I was like, I don't have a lot of opinions because I don't like to share them really. I'm like, okay, y'all are so freaking negative that it was bumming me the heck out. Like,
yeah,
but I told them, I was like, it's valid how you're criticizing, and I get that. But like, you have to realize there's also a lot of good things they're showing us. Just find a balance. You don't have to go one or the other. It ain't black and white, people.
I was watching the pre-married Jeremy or whatever the heck his name is. I was watching one of his videos, and ever since then I haven't watched another one of his, because he was just like you said, like, I understand being negative, but he was just obnoxious about it.
Premi Jeremy.
Yeah, but permanent Bobby, yeah.
Yeah, he's what's interesting though is I feel the same way too. Like, he is overly like negative, but at the same time, like, I mean, when I listen to what he says, I can kind of understand why. I do still think like it's a bit much. Like, he's just like that, but I guess I just find him kind of like funny in that sense. I'm like, oh my god, dude, like, you're just constantly roasting everything for no reason.
That's like
he brought up he brought up how Azuka mentioned Adventure 3, and he was immediately like, oh, they're gonna use the Sonic Frontiers to make Adventure 3, and it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like,
is that what he sounds like?
I'm sorry, I can't British.
Basically,
like Southern. What was that?
His reason for it, I think, was like
more Southern than you.
He said because he was excited for Forces, and then he was let down so hard that he just became like really cynical.
I mean, I get that, but
he does seem like he's more optimistic about the game now than he was before. No, but that's a surprise though. When you look at like his channel and the type of videos he posts out, it's actually really surprising to see how. I mean, he's still pessimistic in some parts, but like, he's way more optimistic than I expected him to be.
Yeah, it's like I said, I think that's what Senka was aiming for. So
on the flip side, you have Sam Procrastinates, who's usually very optimistic, and then he was super pessimistic about Frontiers, and I'm like, this is surprising, but it's fine. You do you. I didn't like when he like blew up at his chat, whatever, for saying he was nitpicking about something, but he did apologize for that later. And I don't know, like, everyone's getting all crazy about this, so
that's because they had a too much taste of power when all that stuff with the movie Sonic happened. So now they're like, we rule everything.
Oh, speaking of which, did you know that Kishimoto said that that Sonic Frontiers like combat and some of the gameplay movements was actually inspired by the Sonic movie?
That. Really? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They said that it's basically one of those things where like the movie is inspired by the games and the games are inspired by the movie, and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
That is neat.
They could fix the.
Do you guys have anything to say?
What?
We've been kind of taking over this whole thing.
Yeah, Shalice.
Like Shalice and Paul, if they have anything to say, we've just been kind of pulling the reins.
Look, I'm listening and learning, y'all.
Right.
Jump in.
I'm having a blast just looking at the comments. Look,
I don't feel pressured. I just feel bad.
No, talk. Speak your piece. Look, I'm all about expressing yourself. I mean, you're pretty much the life of the party right now.
I definitely do it. Because I'm screaming and crying and
so I imagine you have a lot that you want to gush about regarding this game, and I know there's one thing that you and Luke have in common for sure. I mean, most people do, but especially you two. We're excited about one specific thing regarding this game. You want to go ahead and talk about your excitement for that?
What is it?
Like what?
What was the thing you guys were most excited for before we even saw gameplay?
The dark story.
Oh, Ian Flynn.
Ian Flynn too. And knowing that, well, to be fair, my first very initial thing was like, ooh, looks like we're going a little darker. And I was like, yay, I'm excited. I've been waiting. And then they hit me with the news that Ian was writing a big portion of it. And then I lost my freaking crap. And I was like, oh yeah, we're in for a treat.
Same.
I
never thought I would see the day where they actually would hire Ian to write a game. I'm like, yes, finally.
I've been waiting for like decades.
Ian,
like, let this man write a game, or at least a majority of one, because this guy, he knows what he's doing.
Because honestly, I think Ian knows how to write Sonic better than anyone has written him since like Adventure 2, maybe.
Some people might see that as controversial, but I agree. But screw y'all. I agree.
I accidentally posted something and I didn't need to. Oh, whoopsie. No. It said new merch coming, and I'm like, oh, well, I assume that there is, but I didn't hear anything about any Sonic Frontiers merch yet.
Also, yeah, I'm so vocal because I haven't been this excited for a Sonic game in years.
Dude, we love to see it.
Yeah, I love to see it. Just like Luis
part of that is because we haven't had a Sonic game in years.
Exactly. But also just the stories. Like, in my personal own view, a lot of like recent Sonic games, yes, obvious flaws everywhere, I know that, but like for me personally, the biggest thing that was lacking was that the game seemed almost too kiddie for me. But I'm also spoiled because I grew up with stories like Sonic Adventure and Shadow the Hedgehog. But I was like, this seems like it's too child friendly, and I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
You want to read this one, Mel?
The possibility of seeing the Chaotix. Oh my god. I don't. Oh, of course it's Luis. I know. I was actually. Yeah. See, here's the thing. As much as I would freaking love to see the Chaotix in Frontiers, I have my doubts that they're going to be part of it. They just don't, for as much as we've seen anyway, they don't seem like they'll have exactly a place just yet. But I am, however, super, super excited that they'll probably be in Prime. But I just don't really see where they would add the Chaotix into Frontiers, at least not yet. So
they are stressing that the island is going to be.
I agree with you. I'm more optimistic about seeing them on Prime than I do in any game.
It's not that I'm more excited. It's just that it's more likely than seeing them in Frontiers because they haven't painted anything for me to be like, oh shoot, they're going to add the Chaotix. Let's go. They haven't given me any of that other than talking about Amy and Tails.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't even expect to see Shadow or anything.
Me neither.
Well, one of the things they're stressing is that the island is a mystery and the Chaotix solve mysteries.
I did think about that, but I was like, nah, that's just wishful thinking.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
I expect to see Big the Cat, but I ain't expecting to see Shadow or Chaotix.
The only ounce of possibility that I would feel the Chaotix would have as a purpose in that game is figuring out how the amnesia happened. But if they're in the game, they likely would have the amnesia too, since that seems to be everyone. So
yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Imagine if Vector forgets where the computer room is.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
Don't you come into my house with that.
What's a compact disc?
Oh my god. Please. But yeah, so that's my take on that. Is like I just so far I don't really see anything to bring purpose for the Chaotix and Frontiers just yet. But if Shadow's not even in this game, I kind of wouldn't complain. I do like Shadow, but they really do just like to slap him on everything.
I mean, I'm one of the many people who have been complaining that we've been playing as no one but Sonic lately, but
oh yeah, me too.
I think that it's a good idea to keep it to just Sonic for Frontiers since they're testing out a completely new gameplay style, a new combat system. I feel like they need to keep it focused.
And then I'm like, well, if they really do get good enough feedback to where they're going to continue or do something with the Sonic Adventure series again, well, then there we go. That's when I'll see my boys again, probably.
Yeah.
At least in a game. But I have no doubts that they're probably going to show up in Prime. Since we have Big and Froggy, why the heck not?
Of course.
Even if it's just
we
for
get Big and no one else.
Right, that's kind of weird. Well, we get Shadow too, but he's in everything at this point, so.
Oh yeah.
If they were to put the other characters in the game, they'd have to develop fighting styles for everybody. Different
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I agree that Sonic being the only playable character in Frontiers makes sense. So it's too much. They have
I think it would be kind of cool if you could at least
first.
If they could at least switch between some characters. Like, I feel like with an open world game, Tails and Knuckles would be very useful. Like, because then you have the climbing, gliding, and digging and stuff, and flying around. Like maybe you could just I don't know how to say it. Like, maybe if you unlock them, you can just switch between them at certain points. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if anything, I would say maybe possibly they would have plans for Amy to be playable, maybe Tails, in certain parts of the game, since they really felt like mentioning him. Actually, you know what? We have technically gotten confirmation that Knuckles is in it, so he should be in it too.
Hey X, look at Gio's latest comment.
Huh?
Gio's comment.
Yeah.
What if Shadow's the secret villain, giving everyone amnesia? He'll be like, finally, I'm the one who remembers everything.
Finally, I was thinking right. But we do technically have confirmation that Knuckles is going to be in the game as well. So, if they're going to be releasing a Sonic Frontiers short with Knuckles, so
I am the world's ultimate life form.
What's happening?
Shadow, the Hedgehog.
So, hey yo, get out of here! I had enough of you.
Should I give you an amnesia shot while you're at it, Miss Bionic Fox? Chaos control.
Zap. That's all I feel.
Chaos parry slap.
Chaos parry slap.
Wait, did Paul leave?
He said it. He said to hold up, so I think he's doing something real quick.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's back, Shadow. Oh my. Hi, Shadow.
Greetings, Mr. Axe. I am the world's ultimate life form, as I've said it before. I don't know why you decided to kick me out, but I just overheard you guys talking so much.
Didn't you just do chaos control?
I was attempting to zap Miss Bionic Fox out of the picture.
Oh.
Because she likes me.
You want to try again?
No, that won't be necessary.
I could do it for you.
I would like to talk to
Mr. Chaos. Oh, I'm sorry.
Your comments were referring to Mr. Gio talking about amnesia.
Oh wait, I told him I did kick you out. That was an accident. My bad, Shadow. There you go. You have the floor.
Yes. Finally, I have the stage to myself. It is a glorious look, isn't it? My profile picture is quite amazing. Yes, yes. Ah, Mr. Geo, I see you in the comments there. I saw your comment talking about giving the characters amnesia. Well, I think that would be a great thing considering that I am the only one who had amnesia. Because I was the only character in Sonic lore who's been asleep for 50 years. And I'm the coolest, regardless, if you understand what I mean. So it would be a good idea to put Sonic in a cryo sleep for 50 years. Wouldn't you agree? Would anybody agree to that? Please enlighten me in the comments. But for now, I must go. Chaos control!
Okay.
Tired of that guy.
Hey. Well, everybody getting amnesia at one point in time.
I mean, there was Mr. Tinker in the comics.
You know, that's funny because I was actually thinking of that in Frontiers. if Eggman has amnesia too,
That's what I was thinking too.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, okay, so if everybody's confused, are we going to get a Mr. Tinker situation?
Yo, what's going on? I had some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
Our favorite emo hedgehog trying to blast me out of here. That's what you missed.
Scourge?
No, he's punky. He's not emo.
What?
Get your subgenres right, sir.
Hope is real. It's hopefully say Jet and the Rogues appeared again, which we actually thought might be somewhat a bit of a case because of the bird statues that we saw in one of the former videos.
True. I forgot about that. That would be really interesting since they have had less of a spotlight than basically any other group of characters. They were in like 3 games and that was it. 4, maybe.
But see, their spot belongs in those type of games because they have air boards and gravity boards and stuff. So I was like, where would they fit into this game without the boards?
Well, they would have the boards.
Whole thing is Babylon property.
Open Sky Zone.
Ayo.
That would be pretty cool. I think flying around on a hoverboard and in open space and different platforms and stuff, floating around. Sonic's no stranger to floating platforms.
It's true.
I'd be okay with it.
That was one of the things that bothered me.
I've always felt that Sonic Riders was great for what it was. I wouldn't mind seeing it remastered so the newer generation can play it. You know what I'm saying? But I like Sonic Riders very, very much. And I wouldn't mind seeing the Rogues make an appearance at least.
I always wanted to see them do more than just the Riders games though.
Agreed. That's why I say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Kind of continue the series in a sense. Do it like how they did with Crash. You know, you have 1, 2, and 3, and then a whole bunch of time passed, and then now it's like, okay, you remastered all 3 games. You could play all 3 games at the same time.
Oh,
and then now we have a new game, Crash 4.
That's what I want them to do with Sonic Adventure.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing with Sonic Adventure. If you really think about it,
huh?
I said that's what they're doing with Sonic Adventure now. That if you really think about it.
Well, they supposedly they were going to actually like remaster or remake the games, and then they got canceled at some point. But yeah, I don't know. They might. They might. That'd be cool. And then have Ian Flynn write Sonic Adventure 3.
Oh my God! Please,
yes,
please. Thank you, Luke. Thank you for being my my strongest ally in this Ian Flynn fan.
Oh, yeah. How about the character that Hope is Real is talking about?
Oh yeah, I wish so bad. You have no idea.
Oh, Tikal? Yeah.
I want her back so bad. Maybe Sonic Adventure 3.
If there is a Sonic Adventure 3, she definitely needs to be there.
Tikal's the ghost girl confirmed.
Yeah, we haven't even seen a mention. Have we seen any kind of mention of the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic Frontiers? I guess it wouldn't make. Have we?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
You,
I haven't caught it.
You collect the Chaos Emeralds by doing the cyberspace stages.
Oh right, I did see that. Never mind.
And also, the very first leak ever was of the beta testing said that you fight a Titan, a supersonic.
Oh shit! I didn't. Sorry, I didn't even remember that. Sorry.
You get one.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
That's right.
That's not good, man.
I have a freaking potty mouth. I live in New Jersey. What do you want from me?
Oh, that is true. You're from New Jersey.
I'm born and raised in this state of shouting and cursing. What do you expect?
Oh my god.
And how often do you go to the shore when you're up here?
How what?
How often do you go to the shore up there?
I used to go there every year growing up.
Chili's.
Now it's just once in a blue moon.
What?
You want to read this one?
If Ian Flynn makes Sonic Frontiers amazing, Sega must hire him for all Dark Story games.
Yes.
Which I totally agree.
Yes.
Because with his history of writing the Dark Stories, he has a tight clasp on it. Yes.
He's also just insanely talented at making the stories dark, but not too dark.
You know what? I was gonna say, if not him, at least get Shiro Maikawa. I'm trying to. I got all tongue twisted saying that. Shiro Maikawa, the guy that wrote Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow Story and 06.
I do hope he comes back for the next installment if there is one.
It'd be kind of cool if they had Ian Flynn and Shiro Maikawa writing on the game.
That would be the dream.
Shiro could write Shadow Story, Ian writes Sonic Story.
That would be the dream.
That'd be great.
But also, Ian can only do so much with Sega's mandates.
Yeah, it hurts me so.
That recently.
His creative freedom is so stunted in the new comics.
Although we did see that he did say that he did reference Frontiers in terms of a more 2000s style.
Yeah, I did see that, which excites me greatly. Because that's what I've been waiting for. I need me some Dark Story.
I feel like, look, I know this might be
at least.
This might sound like a leap since I know just last week I was feeling sketchy about it, but I could see this being maybe the best game since Unleashed or maybe an Adventure 2.
I don't know if anything will ever beat out the Adventure games just yet.
Someone described it as the best game since Sonic Generations.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Story-wise, it's automatically going to beat Generations, obviously.
Yeah, because it has a story.
Sonic Generations is cool, but it's so overrated. I
agree.
Man, what is everyone? Every time there's a game that someone doesn't like as much as everyone else, it has to be overrated. It's not.
It's only slightly overrated.
Only slightly,
maybe, but what's better than Generations aside from the story?
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with it, to be honest. My biggest problem is the story. Did not hit.
Now, if it did have a really great story, though, then I feel like
it would have been better experience for me, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's also it's also fairly short. Is my problem.
Most Sonic games
because of the lack of story, but.
And I love Generations. I'll still go back and play it all the time. But I usually only play the 3D Sonic levels. But
yeah, same.
Which is actually kind of ironic because one of the biggest hype things about it was the fact that the classic Sonic finally returned, and you could play the classic gameplay, which was really good, and then seeing a lot of the stages in 3D that weren't before, and then seeing them play modern stages, and then in the end, I don't think anyone really hated the classic stages. They were really good, but but that was the game that made modern Sonic popular again, because for a while modern Sonic was just getting trashed.
It's true. I will give it that much.
Sonic Generations has what is definitely my least favorite final boss in a Sonic game. Maybe my least favorite final boss in a video game.
Agreed.
You like the final boss in Frontiers though?
Wait, what?
What? Frontiers?
Not Frontiers. Sorry, Forces. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you know what? That one's pretty bad too.
No, Sonic Forces. It was. I mean, yeah, it was a repeat of like Lost World and Colors, but it was at least bearable. Generations. I feel like I have to get lucky. I can't see the rings. I have to listen to someone saying that looks like a homing shot.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst part.
Gia just made an interesting comment to put everything y'all just said into perspective.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Yeah, you're right.
Generations is a nostalgia capsule. Still fun and the remixes are great, but miss story.
I mean, that
perfectly encapsulates it right there.
Maybe
I give them the credits for the nostalgia factor.
But like the thing is that it's I wouldn't say like it's only a nostalgia capsule because then that makes it sound like oh, it's the only thing good about it, and it's like but the
premise
it still has
how it was marketed was for that purpose though.
Yeah,
but saying it's only a nostalgia capsule is kind of weird because it's like, well, then you're kind of also like completely dismissing the fact that it's like, well, it is still a new stage with the old environments. It's still new gameplay, like it's new for classic Sonic, it's new for modern Sonic in ways that we hadn't seen those stages before. So it's like it's a celebration of things in terms of nostalgia, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have merit as a good game on its own.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not as nasty as I sound. I exaggerate. It's not a bad game. It's just,
it's
like probably my least favorite game in modern time. But like, it's not a bad game. It just did not personally hit for me.
It's so weird because it's for me. It's like the opposite. It's one of my favorite games of like the modern times, aside from like Unleashed.
Most people.
Like Unleashed. And I liked Lost World, but I'm not gonna like praise it or anything. But like Forces, Black Knight, Secret Ring, Sonic 4 episodes 1 and 2, Sonic Colors. Like I like Sonic Colors, but it's kind of meh to me.
I agree. I'm not a huge.
So it's like for me, it's the classic games, Mania, adventure games, and Unleashed and Generations. So I don't know. It's up there for me.
That's totally valid. I'm just like, it's like I said, literally my biggest issue with Generations was just the story, but it's like everyone said, it was purely for nostalgia, really. But like, I just needed a little more something, but.
And even then, being a nostalgia capsule, that's not a bad thing. I mean,
no, not at all.
Sometimes games,
because that's what Mania is too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a few like new stages thrown in, but yeah.
What else?
Yeah, but even then, there are new stages of like an old school styled Sonic game too.
I'm also gonna be honest. The other reason that Generation bothers me is because the models just look so dead shock. They have like no expression whatsoever. It bothers me. Most modern Sonic games have been like that, and that's one of my other big problems.
Nitpicks.
Yeah, it's just little nitpicks, but nothing that I will like argue with somebody about, really.
Hope is Real said that so are the cyberspace stages a callback to the special stages of Sonic Heroes? I don't know if they're a callback to that specifically, but I mean, I think that they're basically using bite size, as they described it, boost stages as like special stages in a way, because you get the emeralds that way. But I think there's more to it than that. You have to like collect these gears and other things in order to even access the boost stages in cyberspace.
I feel like the whole thing about cyberspace also kind of, to me, came off as a recall to like the space levels in Sonic Adventure 2.
Wait, the space levels?
Yeah, like the space levels, like the arc levels, like towards the end of the game.
Like with, crazy gadget.
Yeah.
You're talking about because like of the weird like Tron looking blocks or whatever?
Kinda, yeah. Just it was just whole space. I don't know. I'm bad at explaining, but
Luis wants to know if you guys are all buying
Sonic Origins. I don't plan on it. Not immediately, at least.
Yeah, I don't know about immediately. Maybe eventually. Although those animations do really look great. Those are the one thing that would make me buy them.
Because for me, I would have rather have seen another Sonic Mania with more of the stages from the older from the older games, but and it does look good. I do agree, and I do believe it will do well overall. But I'm not sold. I'm not like super. I'm not. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm just not. I'm not that excited for it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll get it in a few years when it goes on sale.
It looks cool, and it's really nice for like the classic like lovers. But I'm just like, yeah, I've seen these games remade like a billion times. I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah. If it was like $15 or $20, I'd probably get it.
Yeah,
like right away. But $40 is a bit much.
I guess what you're paying really for is like the animations, which is valid.
And I mean, they do add a lot of. They had like the drop dash and mission mode and a bunch of other stuff.
It's a collection game. So for starters, I think like if you want like another accessible collection game you don't have or something, or if you like or on a console you haven't had it on before, or if you just don't have the games anymore for some reason, or you're being introduced to the series, which doesn't count for us because clearly we have already been introduced to the series, but still, as a game, I think it has.
Oh yeah, that's totally valid.
But in terms of people who've played it before, I don't think it's like a huge difference, but it's enough like for some people to be like, oh, this is cool, I want to play.
Yeah, it's like I said, the only thing that really captures my interest is
the animations.
And the fact that they revamped the Sonic CD opening.
Did they?
I think so. I think they're like did it. I think it's been released in like HD or whatever in that collection, and like they brought the old song back from the Japanese version.
I do like the Japanese song.
Yeah,
I like both songs, but don't tell me they got rid of Sonic Boom.
Well, I don't know if it's might be an option, but they only showed the Japanese song.
Yeah,
I like Sonic Boom better, but I prefer the Japanese soundtrack overall in Sonic CD.
Oh yeah, most people do.
That's fine. If they make it where like you can just like switch between the two, that'd be.
God, Sonic Boom is such a freaking bop, though. I love that song.
Yes,
especially the second verse at the end of the game.
I was listening to Sonic music before we jumped on here.
Yeah, Luis, dude, the ending. Sorry,
I was just pointing out that Luis just said something in the comments.
Oh, what? How many?
Oh, that's the next comment.
No, this one.
Yeah, no, for sure. The timing of it is phenomenal. Good timing, very good timing.
Yeah.
Very good marketing on their part in that case.
Well, yeah, it's a celebration song.
Yeah. And that's very smart of them. Especially with enticing younger kids with the animations, too.
I think that, but it's a combination of the animations, the widescreen, finally.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Sonic 1 and 2 are the Christian Whitehead versions of it that released a few years back. So it's like what people consider like the definitive versions of the games now. Plus headcanon working on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So the ability to play characters in games that weren't playable before, like you could play Knuckles in Sonic 1.
Yeah, okay, but what's up with them teasing Amy and then not letting us play as her?
Let me play as Amy.
I don't know why do people want to play as Amy? She doesn't do anything.
Because she's part of the squad.
She is. She deserves it.
Classic Amy.
Yeah.
She's a citizen.
They've very recent merch and stuff in recent years. She has been a core. Okay.
So let me ask you.
She deserves to be playable.
If you want to cover, if you want to play as Amy, would you want to play her in the Sonic Adventure style?
Classic.
What?
Sonic Advanced style, I would imagine.
Sonic Advanced style, I love it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. Like the last shot of the trailer, it shows Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. You can only play a 70. You can play a 75% of that last shot.
You can play as everyone but Amy.
This is Amy Erasure.
Wow.
This is Amy.
I'm sorry, I love Amy, and she deserves her time in the sun.
She does. She really does.
I wouldn't be against it.
Right.
I'm not against it. I just think it's weird. Like, okay.
She deserves it. That's all. That's my biggest reason. She deserves it.
You worked hard.
She did. She's a core member of the squad now. She should have been from the beginning, but recent years she became a big core.
I guess. But...
And she needs to have her time in light.
In the hit 2014 game Sonic Boom, you could play as all 4 of them.
The hit game, yeah.
Did he really
I did like having the option to play as them at least.
At least he really did.
Geo just made a good suggestion.
A fan favorite. Who did?
Geo.
I hope she does. I've been hoping that since the announcement of the second movie. I've been hoping they'd throw her in either in that movie or the next. She needs to be there.
Yeah, I'd like them to show.
Ain't no reason she shouldn't be in there. It surprises and doesn't surprise me that they threw Shadow in there before Amy.
Why buy when you could just wait for someone to release the animations on YouTube by now? That's what she was saying though.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying.
But I'm just saying, like, that's kind of the case with a lot of things though. It's like, oh, why? Like, why? That's almost like saying like why buy any Sonic game when you could just like pirate it? like yeah. You could get it for free in some form of fashion. It's just like some people want the actual game with the whole package together. Like, I mean, I get it. It's a game that's been out before, but like, it's not just about that though.
What's up, Shalice?
I said I just thought of something. If they, say they don't introduce Amy in the third movie. Who's gonna be Shadow's voice of reason? Because in Sonic Adventure 2, during the last chapter,
Sonic's mom.
He talked to him.
Maria,
Chris Thorndike,
because
she's dead. She's super dead.
If they're gonna do Shadow in the movie, they need to do.
Oh my God, Paul!
Like
Here
how
we go
they
again.
Sonic Adventure 2.
I feel like, yeah.
Whereas at the
I don't know how to do Knuckles' eyebrows, guys.
I feel like it's like you actually said. I feel like if anything, it's somebody to be his voice of reason in that game. I think if they're not going to add Amy, which is blasphemy, then it would probably be Sonic's mom.
That's right, Chris Thorndike.
Thorndike, Sonic's mom.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tom the cop, right?
Tom the cop.
No, they should make it be JoJo.
Oh, yeah, that could work too. No, you're right. You're so right. It has to be JoJo.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Like what?
No, the little girl. Jeez, shut up.
What?
I don't know.
I thought of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for a second too, and then I was like, "Holy JoJo, Rachel's daughter." No, that would work because then
that
maybe,
would definitely work.
She kind of she might remind him of Maria.
I think that's definitely going to be the whole thing. If she does.
Because you remember she gave Sonic his shoes in the first movie, and that was a little little moment.
Yo, you're so right. She has to be it. If Amy's not there. Even if Amy's there.
So, but would that imply that this scene takes place on Earth, or that JoJo goes to space?
I mean, Shadow's going to come to Earth eventually.
What? No, I'm saying that scene.
Oh, that scene. That's a good question. It'll probably be taken on Earth at that point.
Yeah, because they could have clearly it's not going to be.
No, they'll just shoot the little girl up into space.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just shoot the little girl.
No,
like, oh
shoot her into space.
That's right.
I mean,
flashback of the flashback of Maria getting shot, and flash forward of JoJo getting shot.
I wonder if they're actually going to show Maria getting gucked. Do you think they're going to show that?
Oh
probably not. They'll probably cut away.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, but like.
Gio just asked you a question, brother.
Oh, who is Chris Thorndike? He's a
I don't know who that is.
He's a
figment of your imagination.
Figment of everyone's imagination. Nothing but a simple Sega fever dream.
He's no JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I'll tell you that.
He was okay in the last season of Sonic X, but like the first couple seasons, nah.
Boo!
He was better only because he was 18. in that last season, so he stopped being such a little bee baby.
Fire Fox with the hot take. Okay.
Listen, am I wrong?
Hey, she's saying what I'm thinking.
Right.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
I'm just saying what Shalise is thinking, what all of us think.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
I mean, it's like I said, Chris was pretty good in like the third season, but the other 2 seasons before that, he was just so annoying. But you know, everyone knows that. But I get it because he was a lonely little kid.
You know, it's weird because when I watched Sonic X originally, I didn't really pay much attention to him to even consider him annoying until I got on the internet and then people started saying that they hated Chris. I was like, I mean, there are certain scenes I thought were cringe with Chris, but I never really like outright found him as an annoying character. But I will say this. I did like Helen a lot better than Chris. I was like, oh, good. Everyone agrees with me.
You saying Helen or Ella, you mean?
Helen.
Oh, Helen, the little girl, right.
With the wheelchair. So Ella was funny. Ella was funny. She was super funny and super offensive. I don't. Her and Tanaka. I was like, how did this happen?
I mean, it was like what 2004,
2002.
But it was 4 kids though.
Yeah, people.
Whose idea was it to have? I don't understand. Whose idea it was to have Mike?
Have what? You cut out.
You did cut out. What happened?
Oh no.
Ash, you there, brother?
Oh, where'd he go?
I think he died a little. To be fair, his internet was kind of.
I think Shadow might have snuck in and zapped him.
Maybe.
So, did you hear what I said then?
No.
I said, whose idea was it to have Mike Pollock voice Ella?
Voice who?
Ella.
Ella?
The one that you were talking about. Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that he did her voice. But then again, I haven't watched that show in English in years, so I.
Okay, well, you asked for it.
What did I ask for?
You'll see. Okay, here's Sonic X.
Listen, I'm a snob, and I have not watched the English dub of Sonic X since it came out on 4Kids.
I mean, I've heard the Japanese dub is better.
Oh, it's so much better, dude. Well, they cut so much crap out of the English version.
Now, it's better, but there are some parts where it's like it's better because of how dramatic it is, but not to me because it doesn't fit the look of the show. Where I'm just like, well, I can see why they dubbed it the way they did in English. It just looks so goofy.
Yeah, but like in the Japanese one, like the only really things that they really cut out was like the cursing, obviously, and like the bits of blood that were shown in the show, and then like they didn't show Maria getting shot, but they kind of did in the Japanese version.
No, they you know what's weird though is that like they didn't show her get shot, but like I was still under the impression that she was killed.
Yeah, they definitely let you know that she was killed.
They let you know that Molly got killed, and even in the English version, Yellow Zelkova clearly fell in lava and died to death.
I don't remember. Did they? The guy that like I know that in the show they have an episode about the reporter woman visiting the guy that killed Maria.
Scarlett Garcia, I think,
in the retirement home,
is a character I wouldn't mind seeing in the games, and I think that she should have voiced Rouge in 4Kids.
Ooh, what?
Scarlett Garcia, like her voice actress should have been the voice of Rouge. I'm like Rouge. I don't know why they made Rouge sound like a man, but
I don't know.
She didn't sound like a man.
She didn't really sound like a man. She was just really sultry.
She kind of did.
She didn't.
It's funny. It's funny because look. I have a friend. There's a person I know, right, who does
derailed in this video,
and he voices like SBO and a lot of like some of the stuff that he worked on. He did it in Seaside Denied and Metropolis Mayhem. He's got this super deep voice, right? And he's actually a fan of like the 4Kids cast. He's a fan of Rouge's voice in 4Kids more than the other two.
I mean, it's not so much the dubs of the voices.
It's just weird because he can do the 4Kids Rouge voice, and I'm like, how can you be a fan of this voice? You're able to do the voice with your deep ass voice. He's just I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, he sounds like it. Just sounds like a dude.
And ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise, we have derailed completely in this live show.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Ever since Gio mentioned Chris Thorndike in the
we derailed.
Hold on, they're gone.
Isn't that Ash's voice?
That sounds like Ash.
I'm pretty sure it's Ash's voice.
It's not. Here we go.
I can't find my green Versace. You didn't send it to the cleaners, did you?
No, it should be there.
It's not here.
I'm on my way.
I didn't know that was Mike Pollock, man.
That's Mikey. Mikey, what are you doing?
Aw, she's cute in this show.
In the show.
Oh no! In the first few episodes, yeah, but later on,
she's kind of mischievous, and I love that about her.
I cannot understand what she's saying in the show. My ears start bleeding, and I'm just like, I hate Cream's 4Kids voice.
Again, there's reasons why I've only ever really watched the sub.
Oh, the poor boy. Oh, dear.
Oh, God, I haven't heard her English voice in so long, it hurts.
Oh, man.
I love Mike Pollock, but it hurts.
Yeah, it's like knowing it's Mike Pollock puts it in a very new
weird
context.
Perspective.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Gio in the comments. Gio, don't get mad at me, brother.
Didn't they kind of tease Eggman having a small crush on Ella in that show?
Who?
I'm pretty sure they teased Eggman having a small crush on Ella in that show.
I don't think so.
I think they did in the Japanese version, at least.
Oh, maybe in the English version they teased Bo-kun having a crush on her. I think.
No, he just liked to harass her. He just liked to make her mad because it got funny reactions out of her. That's what he liked to do. But I'm pretty sure there was some kind of subtle hint of Eggman having a possible tiny crush on her, in the Japanese version at least.
Okay, well, then that being
Really
said,
funny.
who's looking forward to seeing if Eggman has a crush on Ella in Sonic Frontiers?
Dude.
That's what we've
No.
been asking since day one.
Me. OTP.
I mean, Eggman Nega's gotta happen somehow, right?
Oh,
True.
come on.
You guys remember Eggman Nega from Sonic Rivals? Rivals. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe Rush.
Oh, Rush Adventure,
Rush.
right? No, Rush. You're right.
I was like, wait, Sonic Rivals?
Yeah. He's
that was a
villain
game
in
that
Sonic
existed.
Rivals.
He was also in the freaking Mario and Sonic Winter Olympic Games.
Did
Yes,
you not
he
know
was.
that Sonic
He
Rivals
was?
existed, Mel?
I've never actually played through the whole games, so I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, he is in the Mario and Sonic in the Winter Olympics. Eggman Nega.
What a weird add-on.
Right? I don't know if you heard that just sound.
Of course.
Oh, God.
Chris
He wanted to add
doesn't
his
help.
2 cents.
Yeah, he sure did.
I
That's
agree
how
with
it.
your thought.
He makes
I'm
those
actually-
noises when he has the zoomies, and he's
I'm
just
sur-
running around the kitchen.
I'm really surprised that my cat's not doing that right now. Since
Uh.
every time I'm on the live stream, that's when he decides to bother me.
It's I'm reading the comments, so it seems like I'm off subject again, but I'm really just replying to the comments. But I'm like,
Guys, you have to understand,
I give
she's just
Chris-
excited because she hasn't been here in forever. She's
That
like,
too.
I'm
I
glad
have a lot
to
of
be
things
loyal
to
again.
say. I have a lot of things to say.
Jiffy Oats. That couple girl bionic, boy.
Hey, what? Who? What?
Jiffy Oats.
Oh, that's my friend. That's my real life
Back
friend.
up.
Hi, Jeff. What did he say? Oh,
Fake
oh
fan.
yeah, yes, my friend Jeff.
Thanks to you.
I don't know if he's played any of the Sonic games, so he has no room to talk.
He said, "Let me have it." Really?
To say Chris wasn't, like I said, Chris wasn't bad in the 3rd season. It was just like
I agree. They should have kept him as an adult though. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. I mean, I guess they were trying to paint the whole Mobius has a different version of time, but it's like kind of sad.
Chris doesn't need help standing out. I mean, his shrieks do that.
He's infamous. He's infamous already.
I do think that I do think it's pretty cool though that he's so hated, because then like a few years later we got the show Everybody Hates Chris, and it just works so well.
Yeah.
Was that after Sonic X?
It came out after Sonic X, but before Sonic X ended.
Oh.
I know it is, Jeff. I know. But you know, with love you get sass, and that's all you get from me.
With love you also get hatred.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Did that get a little dark? I'm sorry.
So dark. Oh my gosh, how could you? This is child friendly.
I know, but you know, Ian Flynn's got me real influenced right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did play those 2-3 games. Anyway.
Have you played Sonic Adventure Heroes?
Sonic Adventure Heroes. I was just talking about Heroes on Twitter earlier, and how anytime in my head, especially with the Chaotix, those are the voices I always hear in my head. Is the cast from Sonic Heroes.
For the Chaotix specifically?
Specifically them, and for everyone else, just because I really liked the voice casting in that game.
I hear a mixture between that and the cast from like the 4Kids cast, just because of like Espio and Charmy, but like for Vector, it just kind of switches around. Vector's Vector. They all sound like Vector.
Yeah, I missed that they used to give him that kind of like old
Brooklyn
New Yorker.
accent.
Yeah, they used to give him that whole street
It
accent.
felt a little more familiar to you.
Yeah, it's just always rung in my brain that way. Every time I've written him or seen him in a comic, it's always been that voice.
In fact,
you should make him Australian, like that one comic that like.
I mean, didn't Archie say that's how he turned out? But he developed the street lingo after he left Down Under.
Yeah, because he's. Oh my God, they called it Down Under.
Yeah, they did call it Down Under. Yeah, that's because where my character Sandra's from.
That is.
So, from what I know, though, Vector's voice in Sonic Heroes is Professor Gerald's voice in Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
With the fun facts.
He's got some range.
Facts. You do. But yeah, so like, I refuse to ever recognize any other voice for Vector in my entire life, other than that one.
If they ever do like an accent like that again, would you recognize it?
Yes, immediately.
That's how I feel about Shadow too. Like I mean I like the other Shadow voices, but if they had like that slight tinge of like that English accent again, that'd be pretty cool.
I like Shadow's voices best in like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Heroes, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He has like that weird. He has like a weird English accent whenever in Sonic Adventure 2.
Kinda, yeah.
I'm like,
I think his Sonic Adventure 2 voice was better than Sonic Heroes.
It was.
It was. I mean, they were both really good voices for me, but that one definitely reigns supreme.
He also took more of a center stage in Sonic Adventure 2, so he got more chances to like give it his all.
Which is why I think
they're both
the
Australian.
future, they need to resurrect that form of Shadow.
You guys think that Knuckles and like Fang the sniper like kind of like cross mix some concepts? I know I just super left field. I was just thinking about how the fact that like Fang is supposed to be Australian and he has that hat, you know, and he's a treasure hunter, and I'm like,
no, Fang's always been like that street New York, just like Vector.
Fang?
Thicker.
Fang's Australian.
Is he Australian?
Is he? Yes. I thought he was like the New York gangster when he talks.
No.
That's how I feel like he was written in the comics. Maybe that's just what my head read.
What is with them making New York gangsters into Australians?
Or Australians into New York gangsters.
Well,
Or, yeah,
in the
or vice
comics,
versa.
in the old comics, the Archie comics, I think Team Hooligan was set up as like the antis of Team Chaotix. So
You know, I don't understand the whole Team Hooligan thing either, because like Bark, the polar bear, is like, isn't he supposed to be like a super like softy kind of dude? Like he's a good guy.
He's a sweetheart.
And what little we know about him from Sonic Fighters, that is.
Well, that, and we've seen him in the Archie comics. They've written him as kind of like indifferent.
Yeah,
He just kind of is there, and that's all he knows.
But I mean, like, I'm saying that's like why in the Archie comics did they make him that way? Like,
I don't know. They just made him the silent brute. It's because it
There
was
is
just a stereotype.
No, they
the
did. Oh, go ahead, Luke.
Oh no, sorry. I was just saying, like, there is an IDW comic where it's like it's like a classic art style, and it shows it shows like Amy getting along with Bark, and she like
it's from the annual, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Or the 30th anniversary, whichever one that was.
I
think it was the 30th anniversary, actually. The one with the seasons. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's pretty great actually. Like the super faithful kind of like storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like this could be in the game world. And then there's and then Honey, like I think Honey is probably like the most accurately portrayed character for someone who doesn't have much of a backstory, since she's actually based off of the character from Fighting Vipers.
Yeah, but like in the Archie comics, they developed her a little more.
No, but I'm saying they develop her more faithfully though, for what little we know about her in the games, because she's based off a character from Fighting Vipers. In the Fighting Vipers, literally only joined the tournament to show off like her fashion designs while fighting, and then they turned her into a fashion designer in the comics.
I love it. She was so good.
That makes sense.
She was such a shrill businesswoman, and I loved her for it. Her and freaking Breezy, man. Top tier. I was so excited when they brought Breezy back. I didn't expect it at all.
Breezy,
yeah. She was originally an android that Eggman made in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog in order to seduce Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Then,
oh, my God.
Yeah. She became a good guy by the end, but and then eventually in the comics, they brought her back as the owner of the casino where the Sonic the Fighters arc was happening.
Wow, what a crazy return for a character.
It was a good one.
It makes sense though. The comics they have to pull from everything. So
she was also really into Neo Metal Sonic.
The comics is where all the obscure Sonic things become front and center. Pretty much.
Yeah,
that's kind of why I like them.
Like you have Scratch and Grounder standing next to Hope Kentobor.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's weird how they're trying to be more like the games, and they still have the whole Kentobor thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked her. I liked Hope a lot. She was great.
She was kind of like I think wasn't she starting to be like a second Maria for Shadow?
Yes. Yes. I mean, 100%.
She might as well be. She's related to Robotnik still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She had a really, really close relationship with Shadow in the time that she was in the comic.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
But yeah, Sonic Frontiers looks good.
Yeah, how about that?
Who's excited to see if Hope Kentobor appears in Sonic Frontiers?
I'm so sorry. My first show ever, and everything gets derailed.
Why did I not see that
every single time? Because my brain bounces from one subject to another, and I have no control.
I mean, we all did it. We're all guilty.
Yeah.
I guess it just sounds like a normal Sonic conversation to me.
Yeah.
I miss Hope.
I do need to hop off soon though, because I need to watch the new Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Do you?
Yes, I do, Axe. Yes, I do.
Yes, she was into Neo Metal Sonic. She was very into him. She had a huge crush on him. She was like your classic, my, you're such a handsome lad. Why don't we get out of here together and just start a new life somewhere?
The Sonic comics were really weird when it came to the romances.
Yeah. Yes, we've been new.
Too weird. Remember how Tails had a crush on a girl, and then Sonic dated her, and that was weird. And they
then
fought.
he got slapped by her.
I'm gonna say this though. In the comics, both in like IDW and in Archie, there's one like pet peeve I have. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a personal thing. I hate whenever they're trying to make them like super dramatic, and they do this like the thing where they squint their eyelids, and then like the bottom eyelids come up all like Family Guy styled.
Hold up back. Paul wants to say goodnight.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate to cut this conversation short, but I had an absolutely wonderful time seeing more people in this one than my last. But yeah, I got to get out of here. But thank y'all so much again. Love y'all, Hedgehog Zone fans. I will catch y'all on the next one.
You going to watch the Obi-Wan?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Obi-Wan for sure. I hadn't gotten into it yet, but anyway.
Yeah.
Peace out, y'all.
Good night, Paul.
Night, Paul.
Gio says good luck, Luke.
The new Obi-Wan.
You can read it.
Amazing. Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, have you not seen any of it yet?
No, I'm caught up except for today's episode.
Oh, I'm just glad to see certain things in modern form finally. Like when I saw Rogue One, and there's like, they have like Darth Vader in there. I'm like, good, because Darth Vader is what I wanted to see a modern interpretation of, and it was really cool. Show me more of that, and then they didn't, and I'm like, okay, well you're lost. I mean, James Earl Jones is still around, so I'm just saying.
Take advantage of him while he's still alive.
This is a subject I know nothing about. So
that was worded very strangely, but I agree.
Oh yeah, that sounded bad, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. How do you? Well, wait. This is a Sonic thing. I was about to start asking you about Star Wars and Darth Vader.
We can relate it to Sonic. Maybe
everything in the Archie comics was a reference to Star Wars.
I'm sure Ian McGregor will show up in Sonic Frontiers.
Maybe we'll see the Death Egg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's filled with emotion. It's so good, Mel.
What?
I'm reading the.
He's talking to me.
Oh,
he was like.
I wasn't looking. I was like, "What's happening?" Here?
No, yeah.
The filled with emotion was him talking about the Archie comics, and then at first, and then he's yelling at me because I don't watch Star Wars.
Oh.
Or anything related.
I see.
Yeah, he's just yelling at me.
That's a shame. But it's fine.
Y'all have your things, and that's super cool.
Right. So, what are you? I mean, I put the subject as expectations, but what are you guys actually expecting from Sonic Frontiers, and what are you most excited for? Because we've barely seen anything from it, really. Like, I feel like there's a lot, but
there's the obvious one where I'm really excited for the story.
But like, what are you expecting from the story? Like, is it just really blank and vague right now? And you?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I kind of get a small gist of what could be going on, and literally just that it has something to do with amnesia and mysterious islands, and that's all I've got. So
it's really hard to say then that.
And some disembodied voice that'll probably end up betraying Sonic in the end.
You think? Oh, well, see, there you go. There's something to add. You think this is gonna betray Sonic?
Shadow's not in Frontiers yet, from what we've seen, so I don't know. Jeff,
you said that you didn't want to see Shadow in Frontiers.
No, it's more like I wouldn't mind if we didn't.
I wouldn't mind either.
Vader versus Shadow. I want to see Vader would win that.
Me too, Gio. Me too.
Well, I don't know. Shadow could like stop time.
It's hard because like Vader has like the Force and everything, you know.
I mean, well,
they both kind of do though.
Silver has telekinesis, and Shadow, just like back kicked him. And so, I mean, maybe he could back kick Vader.
Maybe.
Sonic the Hedgehog is just an alternate universe mixed with Star Wars and Dragon Ball Z.
You know what? I mean, they did Sonic and the Black Knight. They could always do like Sonic and the Jedi Knight or something. I'll give him a lightsaber. That's all he needs is like, just chaos control. Because that's all because like Vader's getting old, right? And he lost to much weaker. So That's really Shadow doesn't need the Force. He just needs the moves, and that's what he's got.
I have heard a theory about the story. I'm not gonna say what it is in case it turns out to be true.
Why not?
Well, because it's a theory about like what the world is, like what the Starfall Islands really are, and I don't like the theory. People who are listening might know what I'm talking about. It's a theory about like why there's so much, like technology and stuff scattered all over the place.
I mean, I made a theory.
A game theory. What was your theory?
Mine was that they're actually in the virtual world.
Okay, yeah, that's one of that. I don't want that to be true.
Infinite return.
Oh, I wouldn't mind Infinite returning as long as it was good.
Done well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's kind of like a sad thing in sports.
The whole virtual thing is that's the theory I've been hearing, and I hope it's not true because I feel like if we find out at the end that the whole game takes place inside of like a simulation,
you feel like it's not like really happening then?
Yeah, well, it'll feel like a part of the joy of open world games is like appreciating the beauty of the world. And when I learned that it's all fake, I mean, obviously it's fake to us, but like when I learned that it's all fake in game, I'll be like, oh, those are nice trees, but I know they're not real.
I guess you can appreciate the digital world.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling. And it might not end up being true. It probably won't. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see.
Only time will tell.
What do you think about that then? Do you have a problem with that too, Mel, or are you just kind of like, I don't care?
No, I'm just kind of like anything goes, really. I'm just kind of like, it could be anything.
Anything?
So, well, I mean, like anything in relevance to what you were saying. Could be anything like that or similar.
Oh, like if they did that, you wouldn't mind?
No, I wouldn't. It would be interesting to me just because it's always an interesting concept to me with virtual fake worlds and stuff.
It's the Matrix, basically. We're gonna get another like Mephiles, just like why stand up at all?
Yeah, it is. Infinite coming back would be cool. I was reading what Gio said, but like I don't know. I just hope he's done right if he does.
Yeah,
he was such a throwaway in like Forces. It felt like it's just kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea that just because a character was portrayed badly in their introduction game that they can't ever be portrayed good after.
Yeah, no, I believe that he can be. It's more like I hope he gets portrayed well. I think he can be.
Yeah, because like look at the Deadly Six in the comics. I mean,
yeah,
they made them better.
I almost had hope for Zavok and Forces before Forces broke my heart. But
speaking of like the dark storylines, the Zombot arc is one of my favorite storylines to date.
Wasn't that that's interesting because I remember people really liked the IDW comics for a while, but then in the middle of the Zombot arc is like when people started like falling off. And
that's because they were bored of the whole thing because they were kind of letting it play out. And yeah, but I liked that it went on for a while. I don't like it when they have storylines like that just have instant like come and go kind of thing. I like when there's a little bit of drawn out drama.
Maybe they just need to find
it makes it feel more impactful to me.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to be reading the comics long term anyways. Why does it matter if the arc is long or short?
In the end, it did end up kind of being like a quick fix as usual, but like they gave me enough drama to build up to that I was satisfied. So,
and we did confirm that the Zombot like style was inspired by Sonic Heroes. So,
oh, cool!
I believe that.
You were there, Luke.
I forgot. I've slept since then.
I've slept since then, therefore I forgot.
Yeah, Ian was talking about how like because I mentioned the metal teams that you can play as in Sonic Heroes multiplayer, and he was like, oh yeah, that's like where that kind of came from.
Huh. See, I feel like when they went for the Zombot arc in this, it was kind of them kind of touching on how people would interact to a darker story. Because everything that Sega does with Sonic has a purpose. So because they're always experimenting.
Oh, I was like, I couldn't tell if you were being sarcastic or not.
No, I wasn't. I'm serious because everything they do is like really experimental. That's why games are so many hit and miss, because they have so many experimental things. But that's why I'm saying, like, I hope in Frontiers that they're doing a lot more experimental things in order to see if they want to go through with making more future Sonic Adventure games.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Experimental.
Does that sound exciting to you guys? A new
of course
Sonic
it does.
Adventure game?
Me.
Yeah. I would. It would feel weird. It would feel like a huge whiplash after, because like the first two games had the old cast, and now we'd have completely new people.
I mean, whiplash if you play the 3 games back to back, but I don't think
Luis, no, he's definitely going to be in it.
Yeah, well, we already know that he's in it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the game.
But also, like you were saying earlier, I think if they are going to make an Adventure 3, they should remake the first 2 games first, because there are people alive today who, the Adventure games predate them. And
yeah, but like, you think that, but Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 is still so relevant that I have a hard time believing even the newer generations don't know about it or haven't played it.
Well, there are some people I've seen who mentioned that they just barely played it for the first time, like a week ago and stuff. So,
well, that's my point, kind of. It's still relevant even now.
It would give them a reason to go back and play it. That's for sure.
Especially with the Chow Garden. Like, the Chow Garden is really what keeps people going back. So, because they just want that sweet, sweet Chow Garden, which is what most of us have been begging them for years for.
Sweet, sweet Chow. They look like giant candies.
Yes. That's why I was saying, like, I feel like everything is experimental. That's why I said even the Chow in the Speed Simulator game, I'm pretty sure they're trying to play around with that idea to see if they can add it into future games. And
I'm not even
like it. So
I don't even think so. I think that was just to have something like Sonic related.
Maybe, but I feel like, well, with the evidence of there possibly being something to do with Chow in the Frontiers that we've seen, it makes me think otherwise.
Maybe
that there could be, like I said, it could be them experimenting with if we can raise Chow again, but then also make them a big part of the gameplay instead of just stuck to their gardens.
Shalice, how are you feeling?
Well,
let's go thoughts.
I'm thinking like Luke for a minute there that it's all just a simulation. And hold on, because you remember how we said the Eggman's gonna be there, but you don't see him currently.
Right.
Well, what if he's the one behind everything, running the virtual simulation and just using the Phantom Ruby to, mess with Sonic and his friends' memories?
It wouldn't be the first time that he's done something like this, like Sonic Labyrinth or Sonic Spinball or Sonic Sega Sonic Arcade. I'm like, he's always just trapping Sonic somewhere and messing with him. I'm like, dude, if you're able to catch Sonic, just kill him.
Oh,
have you ever heard of a gun?
Hey,
have you? He's like, there's a military group called that. I don't know. He held a gun to Amy's head once, but he wouldn't dare do that to Sonic. Like something sad AM. He pointed like a laser gun at Sonic, and I thought it was just. I don't know why everyone always says he's like intimidating. I'm like, no, he's stupid.
Yeah, he's
he pointed the gun at Sonic and told him to stand still, and I'm like, you do really? You
kind of love that about him, though.
You remember, he's the fastest thing alive, right? He was getting all frustrated, like
he's also extremely rebellious. Like, where did you think you were gonna get?
Yeah, I mean, he sounds cool, but he is dumb.
I mean, nowadays a gun wouldn't threaten Sonic because he could just parry it.
Yeah, he just slap it across the universe.
I want to see that, like, Shadow just show up or whatever, like in the intro from Shadow the Hedgehog when he walks up behind Sonic, and then like it zooms out to show like Sonic like parry Shadow across the street.
That's like Sonic's equivalent to Shadow kicking Silver in the back.
You know, and speaking of 4Kids that we were talking about earlier, I remember like how one of the things that people made fun of was how like they edited Yu-Gi-Oh, where like every time they were holding guns, they would edit out the gun, so they're just pointing at them. And it's just like I'm like oh, I can imagine
American
like
television.
the Shadow. They'll have to have a picture of Shadow like holding a gun in a cool pose, and then just show Sonic doing the exact same cool pose, but like without the gun, he's just holding his hand out. That's his weapon of choice.
I did mention like going back to like the Chow subject. I'm like, with the things that look like coins, kind of, they could be using what they did in like the Speed Simulator, which is kind of like a gacha sort of thing.
The coins? What coins?
Yeah, they have coins that look like they have the shape of a Chow head on them. That's why I'm talking about
theories of Frontiers?
Chow. Yeah, Frontiers.
The coins with the fishing hooks on them?
They have fishing? That's fishing? No, that's the purple ones. So now I'm talking about the blue ones.
The blue ones. Chow heads. I don't remember.
They were there. They were like very subtle, but they were there.
Is this?
Did they ever confirm what those little things was in the first preview video?
Not yet.
Yeah, I think so. There was like I just remember seeing the footage of there being little coins that were blue, and they had like the Chow teardrop shape on it, and people were capping it because they were like, "Oh my god, Chow!" Because they're also collecting fruit for some reason.
I think that's screen cap. But
like, I'm really excited and I want to keep finding out more stuff about the game, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to spoil too much for myself.
I know it kills you, doesn't it?
But we're barely seeing anything, so it should be fine for now.
Mm-hmm.
True. Maybe.
Like, if those are Chow coins, they could be used.
Also, I think it would be kind of hard to spoil it anyways because they said that the game's supposed to be like a mystery. Although I hope it's not like you're clueless the whole time. I want to like learn stuff as we go along.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but somewhere around here he like gets an egg.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you say there's eggs, then I will die on this hill of there being Chow involved in that game.
Honestly, I don't know why you would use like the Chow voices on these creatures anyways. Where's the thing? That's not the thing.
That's not an egg. That's a weird spiky heart.
Where does he get the egg? Mel, you've seen all the footage. Where's the egg?
I'm sure it was the egg and not the fruit that I'm talking about because I've seen fruit, but I don't recall seeing eggs.
Somebody mentioned an egg.
I've ever seen like a little blue
fruit. The gear as you have done before.
Yeah, and those gears take you to like the cyberspace stages.
Yeah, probably. They look like they would be portals.
I like that it can rain though.
Ooh,
you have like the day-night cycle thing.
We love weather and day and night
cycle.
The
graphics are definitely A1. Okay, well, I don't know where the eggs are.
I want to see if I could find a picture of those coins that I was talking about. If I know people were looking at them. Those maybe that is the fishing hooks. I can't tell.
Oh.
It's hard to tell because they do look more purple than I thought. And like I can vaguely think I see a space between the top and like a part of it, so it could very well be a fish hook. I'll send in the private chat thing. That's the picture I was looking at. So those very well could be the fishing hook things that you were talking about. Now that I'm looking at them again.
My wife is texting me asking me about a supposed reveal of like the Amazing Spider-Man 3 and asking me if it's true, and I'm like, look, I'm in the middle of a Sonic podcast. I have no idea.
That is something worth looking into, though.
It is.
The way you can take a look at that picture I sent in the private chat, because you could tell me if you think if those are the fishing hooks you were talking about or not, because they do kind of look like it now. So
yeah, they do.
So I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I thought they were like teardrop shapes at
They
first.
look like it, right? But now that you mention like fishing hooks, I'm like, oh, maybe.
Oh no, those are the fishing hooks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because they looked more purple than I remembered too. So, never mind then.
Yeah,
Chow theory out the window.
It is a shame because like people thought they were Chow heads, and it's like, yeah, that would be so cool. I mean, there's still always a chance that we'll get something Chow related in the game.
I hope so.
I don't understand what would be the point of like these other creatures, you know?
Yeah, it's like I said. I hope we at least get like if they do it, if they can do it in that gacha style that they do with Speed Simulator.
You know, one thing I noticed you guys haven't mentioned yet is like lore. I'm really hoping that we get something that like adds to the lore somehow.
Oh well, yeah, I thought me and lore was kind of a given. Like,
well, I'm sure to people who know you will, maybe, but
you saying you don't know me well?
Think
not as well as Jeff or whatever peanut butter they were eating.
What?
The Starfall Islands could add a lot of lore, assuming they're not virtual.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so. Turns out the Starfall Islands are just South Island, West Side Island, North Island, and Angel Island.
Yeah, you forget I'm a big lore fan. I literally talk about Archie all the time with the lore that they have.
Yeah, but what about the game lore?
The game lore, I mean, yeah, but like they don't really do much with it. I hope.
Well, then what does that matter? You could be a fan of the lore from like freaking like Harry Potter that has nothing to do with Sonic games.
Yeah, well, whatever. The point is, hoping for Chow, but don't know.
Shalise, are you still awake? Is she still here?
I'm
Yes.
here.
Okay. Yeah, I
This is not a Chow. I just want something cute and cuddly.
Right. Me too. I'll take
Hello,
that.
Jiffy.
I just want something cute and cuddly in the game that I can raise up like a Chow.
Yes.
Agreed. Those coins are very Odyssey? Like Odyssey styled, or are you making a pun? I'm sure they just mean like it's like Mario Odyssey. I haven't played Mario Odyssey yet, and I have that game.
It's really good.
I know, and look. It's just. Have you ever gotten to a point in your life where sometimes you just don't play games as much as you used to? It's a very depressing point. Yeah, and I don't know what happened. I just don't. That's why I started getting a lot of the games on PC, and that'll be my reason for getting like Sonic Origins. So
yeah, I mostly just stick with games I know these days.
I'm already on my PC anyways. If my games are on PC, then I'm more likely to actually go and play them.
I play like Phasma with my friends once in a while.
Oh, you know what? There's another reason I'm getting Origins because I'm gonna stream while playing it, and then start playing other games leading up to Frontiers. So, do one of those type of things.
Right. I'm gonna call it here, guys. I have to log off. But
Okie doke.
But yeah, good talk.
Good many talks.
I'm very excited. Like, I just want to leave. Like, I had a complete 180 on Frontiers. I mean, it's still not perfect. There's still a little bit of pop in and stuff, but I think I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good game.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
yeah, and I think I'll enjoy it, even if I have like nitpicks and critiques. I don't hate them as much as I sound like I do. Like I'm not really that picky about a lot of the games. I didn't throw away 06, so I mean, if I can deal with that, I can deal with this. I still have Frontiers.
I just saw a piece of fan art. I saw a piece of fan art from Sonic X where they were like shooting Cosmo. I don't think the third season ever aired in America, actually, but I don't think they showed that.
What? Where they did what?
Bye, guys.
Bye, Luke. Good night.
Good night.
Enjoy Kenobi. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and end it here then. I think I did enough.
We did pretty good today. Quite a long stream, I'd say.
And then also, I should have finished this picture already, but I was trying to figure out how to go about doing this
style. Looks cool, by the way.
And then weird seeing it on like a movie Knuckles kind of thing. And then, so I don't know. I'll finish it at some point. It's just weird because I'm like, I should color this on a stream, and like, oh, it's been on like 3 streams now, so.
Ayo.
But it's okay.
Fun, though. It's nice.
But you know what? I colored Knuckles, so that's all that matters. Really, coloring Robotnik would be kind of weird, but
heck yeah.
I don't think anyone cares about that too much. He's green. It's pretty faithful to the movie. You know, when he's using his powers.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I'll just draw the emerald flying out from the back and be like, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Perfect.
But how does this? Does this look pretty kind of like how they do in the adventure art style with the lighting and shading?
Yeah, you're definitely getting there. It's a really weird, somewhat difficult style to mimic.
Yeah, I'm just figuring out like how to do the method.
Yeah, my biggest issue with trying to replicate that art style is the lines, the like edgy lines.
like the black lines or like the outlines?
Both.
I see. I made the mistake of trying to do it on like a movie styled Knuckles, so I have like all these jagged things here.
Yeah,
and
that'll mess you up good.
Yeah, so
but it's pretty. It looks good though.
Maybe like, next time instead of live streaming drawing, I'll actually do some gameplay.
There you go.
I've never played a game with you guys before or experienced waiting for a new game with the Hedgehog Zone, so
heck
this
yeah,
was the first. It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
And prayers that we actually get Sonic Adventure 3 and that it turns out good. I need to make that important note.
Yeah,
we need to get it, and it needs to be good. Like, it's not just one or the other.
For sure.
And I finally put an end to the argument of people saying that 06 was Adventure 3.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the fact that they even talk about it,
just the gameplay wise, it kind of was, but not the actual story.
I don't know. I just think it's weird when people say like, "Oh, it's basically Sonic Adventure 3," and then they start listing reasons why it's actually like more like a Sonic Adventure ripoff. I don't know. I'm just like,
thanks for watching, Hope.
Like I've seen people say like, "Oh, it's like Sonic Adventure 3. It has more in common with Sonic Adventure than Sonic Adventure 2 does." I'm like, well, then is Sonic Adventure 2 really Sonic Adventure 2 then? Like, I don't understand the logic here.
Yeah.
Like it clearly doesn't have to be like Sonic Adventure to be Sonic Adventure 3.
Right.
It needs emblems for one thing.
Yes.
And Sonic 06 don't got that.
And good story.
It needs the master. Yeah.
A little bit of grittiness.
Well, no, 06 has that.
Yeah, 06 does have good story.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Gameplay and
I'm gonna stop this here.
Let's go before we keep.
I'll just show you guys what it looks like when I'm done with it.
Heck yeah, do it. I'll be looking forward to it.
The only reason why I saved it was to have something to look at while we were talking, anyways. But
makes sense.
Since we're done talking, it's time to press buttons.
All right.
The end of broadcast button.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Right, everybody.
Bye.
Right. So.